What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever.
Period.
Period. We are here with the wonderful Chappell. Chappell, how you doing, man?
What's up, cousins? How are y'all?
Hey.
What's good?
Period.
Hey,
We're
man.
good. We're good. I mean, it's been a week, so we're
It
as
has
good as we
been-
can be.
It has been a week. It has been a day. Okay, I am so ready for y'all to lace me up on what's happened while I went to work. And by went to work, I mean took a long nap, and then I seen everything was in disarray. So I'm ready to get caught up on everything that happened. Because they let Mama out of the kayak, and then she just set the house on fire. It seems so. Yeah, cousins. I have to say this. I am so excited to be here. I am big fans of y'all's. Every time I see y'all on my timeline, I'm like, look at my cousins. They don't even know me, but I'm out here just proud of them. Look at the little babies out here with their podcast, out here shining on everybody, doing the thug thizzle every time, bro. Y'all are so great. I love y'all so much.
Appreciate that a lot. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It really means a lot. It does. Because we, of course, been huge fans of you over on RJP. So it's like
Stop.
hearing that. I mean, it is what it is. It really is true.
Period. We're telling the truth.
Man, I love it. I was like,
when you're there.
Yeah, because I sometimes I wear a certain hat at RHAP and I have to be presentable, but I feel like I could just kind of chill here in the kingdom real quick. I don't mind if I take my shoes off and get comfortable, do you?
No,
you good.
No.
All right, let's.
It gets ghetto.
What? And I look, you in the hood now, baby. You know, like I wore my Jordan slides today for this one. Let's go.
I'm kidding. We still gonna update them, just the same. Period. Okay. Period. Pooya.
Hey, Pooya, what's up?
Okay, boom. Let's get into it, y'all. Right off the bat, because this is a long week. Lord, everything was going on.
Extremely.
And it wasn't even long. It's the same amount of days. It's just a lot of going on for no reason. So, boom. Cameron gets blindsided at the eviction, first of all. He doesn't know that Red's going home. Him and Bowie are the only two left out. And, they was ready for the HOH. We heard Bowie was ready. She went off on the episode. She's calling out the bye-bye bitches because they're no longer the bye-bye bitches no more. It was bye-bye Bowie Jane. Well, not really. And then Cameron, he's kind of quiet, but he goes to win the whole entire HOH against 12 other people who were all going to take him out. Kind of ate. I'm sorry. He kind of ate it up.
He nibbled a bit.
He nibbled. He didn't eat.
He took a bite. It was a bite. A little something. He did a little something, but are we giving, look, before we even get
okay,
into
Chappell, how did you feel? Because it was a lot going on the timeline when he won. There was, hold on, not y'all giving him praise. And then it was also like, Loki, he ate that. How did you feel?
I mean, he did eat that, but okay. The bar's in hell, y'all. The bare minimum is, who's in power. Let's target the people who's in power. We all know who's in power. Let's target like that. That's the bare minimum. And he low key kind of missed that. My mama, my auntie, and my mama both in the house. You went past my mama to get to my auntie. You wanted the vice president and secretary of defense, but you ain't want the president.
Yeah.
Okay. He ate, but was he ready to? Was he prepared to enjoy the meal? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. He didn't really prepare the meal. Yeah, the plate is still full.
The plate is still very full. He did not eat the odds. Did not eat the dirt at all.
Yeah, so I give him his credit because again, we ain't had much to to really just digest here, but make no mistake, he could have done more. He could have done more.
I agree. So when he wins HOH, he goes around the house lying to everybody, and he's telling everyone that his plan is to nominate Blue and Jag and to renom America. He's telling Blue this, he's telling Jag this, he's telling America. He doesn't care, because it's all a lie. And at first he's like hinting things, but we don't really know until we get to the nomination ceremony, which was kind of a key wheel-ish thing. And this was the perfect week for them to have this little random nomination ceremony because it worked out in such an iconic way. Like the way Cameron ended up having to nominate them by saving Jag first. It's like, so I like it. I don't know. The whole key wheel debacle, honestly, I'm over it because it's been so long. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to take it. But this was cute this week. I liked it. So he noms Felicia and Izzy. Gags the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
just gags everybody because it's like he wasn't saying anything to like no one. So like we're all watching on the feeds like, oh, well, he's dumb. Like, oh, he just gonna put up Jag again. Like, just like I remember everyone was just dragging him, trashing him. We were calling him the worst player of all time. And then the fees come back. And it is Felicia and Izzy. I was like, oh.
No, it was a full gag.
And this is when people really started getting upset because it's like, like y'all are praising this? And it's like, I want to say, me personally, I was not praising Cameron in power. I was not praising Cameron at all. I personally was just here for some type of shakeup in the game. You know, at the end of the day, they had been running it for weeks at this point. And for me, like, I mean, I like a little shakeup. I like a little, you know, I don't know, just spiciness in my big brother. Like, I like, especially my faves, to face some type of adversity. I would just hate if they just marched to the end. But I mean, at this point, it's Felicia going home. So it's like any like excitement that I had about it is now out the window because I just would have rather it had been Izzy.
Look, we're not finna jump you, Lee, I promise. But Pharaoh, he was going a little too hard. Look, yeah, y'all, I fear they ate. I was like, I mean, he ate a little bit down, you know, like y'all, because I see what people,
I'm like,
right, right. He was kind of like, he say he wasn't gagging, but
I mean, y'all hear me out. Maybe somebody
it was a lot of hear me out, a lot of quiet as it's kept, be that as it may. I was like, oh, he hit us with the praises. Look, I think I was the first one who realized, oh no, my auntie is in trouble. Because see, this is a worst case scenario for somebody like me. I'm team Felicia, okay? She gotta be, this woman needs to be in the jury phase of the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? We don't get contestants like her often. I understand we want a move to be made. But oh yeah, if it's between Felicia and Izzy, I don't even want Felicia's name in that category. So when I saw her up there, I was like, y'all, this is bad. This is not good from a queen, you know. So I can appreciate that he made a game move. But my auntie, y'all, that is my auntie. She gonna be at Sunday service this week because of y'all. Y'all gassing this man up, and now she gotta go do testimony on Sunday. I didn't want her to see Sunday for a very long time. They supposed to have the deacon boy supposed to raise money for her bills while she's not there. They supposed to have a bake sale planned, and she gonna be there tomorrow. She gonna be there for the past anniversary. What's up?
It feels weird. It does feel weird because Felicia was someone like, after she got in a good position, I was just excited to see her kind of make it far. And it didn't really hit me this week. It still hasn't really hit me. But now that we're talking about it, it's like, damn, she's not even going to be in the jury house? We're not going to see her again?
I swear it hits me. It hits me in waves. Like, it really does. Like, I just be sitting here like, we're not going to hear that cackle on feeds anymore. Right. Like, we're not going to hear just... I mean, I really, really enjoy watching Felicia play because, like you mentioned, Chappell, like, we do not have this archetype ever. Like, I feel like on Big Brother, especially in this day and age, and I just love that. Like, she was an active player. Like, she's a threat. Like, she's going home because people see her as an issue in the game, which I just love that she was able to play it. But it just sucks, and it's like, honestly, I don't know who I blame Matt for using the power. I feel like that's where it has to go because at this point, Jag has done nothing with his extra life. If we had just let Jag go home, and then Red went home next, we'd be in motherfucking jury. So it's like I just feel like why? Because Jag has not proven why he should be here at all. So it just sucks that it has to be her because like really she's going home as collateral damage. Like Cirie and them still have their power structure, and even though they were trying to set up to target Felicia, I don't think they were going to do it anytime soon for real. I truthfully think that target would have just backed off, but she just got clipped out of nowhere. Like, it literally feels fucking random.
Yeah, it does. Unfortunately. And that's the thing, Cam's target isn't even Felicia. He's nominated them to target Izzy, and he has this 8-part plan. It's not 8. What is it? 4? He has a 4-part plan that he ends up talking to Jared about. After Jared wins the veto. Because that's the thing. He nominates the 2, and he has this plan he's not telling anyone about first. He's keeping it under wraps, even now that there's noms on the block. They all play in the veto competition. It was a great veto draw for Cirie because we're kind of assuming at this point that Cirie might be the renom, and we're like, okay, if someone uses the veto, it needs to be good. Great veto draw. Jared ends up winning by default. because he loves talking about competitions, but no shade. He wins the veto, and then him and Cameron have a talk. But at this veto competition, that's when Cirie and Felicia get the punishment. And their punishment is they have to be in this kayak together all damn week. Gotta go everywhere together. Can't separate each other.
For the 48 hours.
For the 48 hours. So they can't separate until 48 hours is up. So for this time, Cirie is going to always be with Felicia, and we'll see how that plays out, basically. So Jared has a conversation with Cameron about the veto and about what he wants him to do with this. And this is when Cam talks more about this plan and how the next step to the plan is that he does want to renom Cirie, take off Felicia to ensure Izzy goes. Now, this was good. If his goal was to get out Izzy, that is what will work. But baby, Jared's not doing that. Yeah. And that's what sucks. I feel like Cam's issue, and I heard about this like on Twitter, even when I was listening to updates and stuff, Cam's problem is he didn't have no information. He planned this whole week. He didn't want to tell anybody anything. And then he wanted to execute a whole entire plan based off of nothing, to the point where he doesn't even think Felicia's going home. So I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't think people like Felicia's going home, despite everyone in the house saying that they was about to vote her out. It'd be different if he just, had no clue and all this other stuff. But everybody, it didn't matter what side of the house they was on, was like, so it's Felicia, right? So it's Felicia, right? And the whole time he's just like, nah, I don't think so. I think people gonna vote out Izzy here. No, that's wrong. If it's like he was good TV this week, he flashy HOH, that kind of thing. But if he had any bit of strategy in him, this would be a dangerous player to watch. You know what I'm saying? But because he doesn't have any of that, it's just all flash and nothing else. This is so stupid. And, I'll give Jared credit. We don't know what Cameron about to do. So you taking, Izzy down or using the veto or whatever the case may be, and then Cirie possibly going up, that's just a no-go. Cam could try to act like Cirie was never the target, all this other stuff, but you crazy as hell if you think this boy gonna put, even if you didn't think that was his mama, y'all know they close enough to know that he's not about to risk another person being on the block. And Cam shouldn't want her to be on the block either. Why do you want to make so many enemies? When you put people on the block, they're not supposed to trust you again. I know we saw Jag get voted out and still trust people, but normally when someone targets you, you don't go running back to them. Jag.
Jag gets strays everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. It was impressive a little bit to me that Cam was able to kind of like say, I'm not going to listen to nobody. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to take this big shot, because usually we don't see this in Big Brother that often, where people are willing to just take a big ass shot and kind of don't even put in no work towards it or anything. So I was impressed that he wanted to do it anyways. And he has a good instinct to want Izzy out. Izzy is a good player in a sense. She's in a great position. So I like the idea. And even he's smart enough to know she needs to be next to Cirie to go. But then again, he thought she needs to be next to Cirie. And now he's thinking Felicia's actually going. You knew she needed to be next to Cirie to go. That was a part of your plan. So I don't understand that part of it. But hey, there's that. Jared,
a big issue as well is just the fact that, like this entire week, because he wants to be so secretive and do this big flashy move, like he's not taking in any new information. And like that's his biggest thing, is because if he were trying to just figure things out, maybe try to create a group, try to just build allegiances with people, then that's how information gets spread. That's how you learn things to make a different move, or a move that needs to be made considering the house. But Cameron truthfully believes that he knows everything that's happening without any influence from anyone else. And I remember saying, like, when Red was still here, a lot of information that Cameron was getting was from Red, and of course Red didn't know much himself. But now it's like, instead of trying to get information from someone else, he kind of just assumes he knows shit from not even necessarily speaking to people, just by observing. And it's like, you're just terribly wrong. And like, I think, and that's what's so annoying about it all, is because, like I said, like he does not want Felicia to go home. And it's like, so why the fuck did you put up Felicia in the first place? If you knew that, she had a potential of going home, or, it's just, I don't know. It's just, he definitely thought he had it all figured out, and that was not the case.
Yeah, that's basically how I feel about it too. And the thing is, Jared did a lot of good work, because the work that Jared did with Cam is also helping their group, because Jared didn't put in this work with Cam. Jared could have been an option for a nominee, but he did a lot of good work last week while he was nominating Cam. somehow he was able to get Cam to trust him. And in this big conversation with the veto and whether or not it should be used, Jared is talking a lot about Cory and America being a problem. And this is because throughout this week, before the veto and stuff, Jared and Cam have been talking a lot. Everyone has been seeing it. And word got around back to Jared that America thinks him and Cam are close. Jared thinks Cory is the one who told America this. So now Jared is really uncomfortable with Cory and America. So in this conversation, he's having a lot of Cory and America slander, like trying to basically pin them on it. He's even trying to push for one of them to be the renom, like America to be the renom instead of someone else like Cirie. But it's not necessarily working. But he's pushing this heavy anti-Cory narrative, and it just extends throughout the week or throughout these next 2 days. And it's like, what is going on? What is going on? And that's the thing. I have a theory because I kind of felt like I did feel a little jealousy because when Felicia and Izzy got targeted, he started making comments like, Cory and America just sit there and they don't do anything and they don't ever get targeted. And it kind of felt like, are you mad that Felicia and Izzy targeted and not Cory and America? You wish it was Cory and America because you don't feel like they're doing as much as you're doing. And he kind of kept making those comments. And it's like, I mean, are you doing good? Like, are you doing it, or is Cirie doing it? Or is it Cirie and Izzy should be mad that Cory and America are not targeted? But Jared got mad about that. And now there's this beef that's brewing. And it's like, what's happening? Cory was so close to Jared for so long, so I don't really understand that. I don't know. How do y'all feel about this whole situation?
This is dumb.
Yeah. It's also, it really just doesn't make much sense. And I remember, and that's the thing, like you said, when you broke it down to me and you were saying like it seems like it's more of like of a jealousy thing, like he's just generally upset that people like Cirie, Izzy himself are seeing their targets over Cory. He feels like Cory doesn't need to win and he's still going to be in this good position. So I feel like once you broke it down like that, it made sense. Okay, his actions are now making sense. Like clearly he's trying to get Cory and America targeted more because he then goes to Blue, he goes to Matt. I mean, he's just throwing out Cory and America's name to anyone who's going to listen to him. And it's like, I mean, he did successfully start getting people to say, okay, well, Cory and America are issues. They may need to be a problem, except Izzy, because Izzy's like, I need them votes. But like everyone else is more so thinking, okay, they're now an issue. It's just, I wish that somehow it just doesn't feel like Jared fully understands or knows what his end goal necessarily is. I think he sort of just acts on emotions. You know, he claims not be an emotional person. But like I said, you know, him being a March 5th Pisces, I'm a March 5th Pisces, that man is emotional. And I feel like I can definitely just see it in the way like he does certain things. Because like, you know, he's very much like hot or cold. Like he's either all in or all out. So once he felt some type of way or felt some type of dishonesty or just, you know, it like any like ill feeling he feels someone, like he's completely turned off from them and he no longer wants to work with them. And I feel like because of playing with Cirie and Izzy, two active players who have, I think, helped him maintain his position, he sort of situations like this happen where it's like he's free to express how he feels towards Cory fully because he's not going to really suffer any consequences for it. Like Cory loses out by not being attached to Jared in his core. Jared does not. And I also came to this realization as well, like in Jared's mind, his true loyalty is Cirie and Izzy. So if it's not Cirie and Izzy, I don't think he truly cares who goes, who he doesn't have, or who it is he wants to work with. But that's not necessarily smart because Cory is someone that has a lot of information on them. He's someone that is loyal to Jared and wants to work with him. So it's like you don't just burn those bridges so easily. But I just think like, because at the end of the day, if Cirie was not here, this is something that he would be doing. Like, this is something that he probably would be doing since day one, getting upset with people and not wanting to work with them and trying to get them targeted. And that would have bigger consequences than it does now because Cirie is here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This is a mistake, just in general. Sir, you are throwing them under the bus so hard that if it ever gets back to them, now they have full reign to throw you under the bus. You know, for you to be going around talking about you don't like America to Cory in general, like because he vents to Cory too about America. It's like, you know, they laid up, right? You seen it. We all see it, right? You laid up with Blue. People can't vent to you about Blue. You should be taking that same type of caution when dealing with Cory in America. But then you go and tell the rest of the house, if Cory wins HOH next week, everyone is going to flock to him and say, Jared doesn't like you. Yeah. Jared said XYZ. And now you're going to be in trouble. And you'll probably be in trouble either next to Izzy or next to Cirie. And so you really don't want to do this. But you're right. It's like he got so angry about the idea that someone would have a better position than him. But it's like, but what did you do to stop this from happening? You know, you could have been planting these seeds for a long time. It's like he didn't see Cory in America as even like a possibility for it to be a threat to him, right? Yeah. And so now they pop up out of nowhere. He don't know how to react. He's like, wait, y'all not trying to just he looking at them like they Bowie Jane. Like, why are you targeting me over these people? They just lay up all day. Go get them. And he's like, but bro, you've been protecting Cory. Y'all don't get along, but you do protect him. And so now that they're not on nobody's radar, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You know, you could have been planted these seeds.
I do wonder, like, I kind of have a question because when it comes to Cory's value for Jared's game, how do y'all feel about that? Because Cory is a threat. Cory is genuinely a threat to win the game. So, of course, Jared and him have a good relationship. But honestly, the farther Cory gets, I don't feel too comfortable for Jared. So how do y'all feel about that? When should he cut him if he should? Or should he just not?
I truthfully think that Cory is loyal to Jared. If the thing is, Jared is not acting as if he and Cory have a final two. That has been happening less and less over the last few weeks. Those first few weeks when they were in lockstep and they were shutting down, the Riley flip, the Heisman flip, like, I truthfully think Cory saw a situation where he probably can be in the end game with Jared for multiple reasons. I think he honestly thinks he's probably the better player and a little bit smarter than him. I think that for Jared personally, people like Cory, people like Blue, people like Matt, these are people who probably should be in the end game for him, because if push comes to shove and they can't win those competitions and Blue Cory or Matt does, they're going to save Jared. And Jared will still have a chance to be in final two, and he could potentially win because he'll have Cirie and Izzy in the jury influencing for him. So I don't really think that he necessarily should be going after Cory in any way, shape, or form. I think that he did a really great job at placating Cory early in the game and making Cory feel like he can really trust this core of Cirie, Izzy, and him. So I just feel like he should just keep doing that. I don't know why that he's but that's the thing. That's like, I don't think he was necessarily when things like this happen, it makes me feel like those moves weren't intentional. He was more so just doing it at the time, because it's like, why would you not? He has the luxury to do it, so he did it. It doesn't feel like he was fully thinking, I want this to be my end game. I want to go with these people. I want to do these things, because moments like this happen and then you're just ready to cut them off. So it's like, I don't really truly get that, but I don't think he should be going home for Jared's personal game.
See, I think that their relationship, if it was just the two of them, would be fine. But I think because they both have showmances, it's about to get messy, because Jared is very openly anti-America. Cory has been pretending to be anti-America, but come on, y'all. We see y'all. You know, we see y'all up in the middle of the night.
And they think nobody does. Like,
right, but we see y'all. Your mama see you. She be watching the show, y'all. We see it. You know, and so everyone can see that. And so if Cory, if Jared keeps going off about America, eventually Cory gonna have to stick his chest out and protect her. And that's when they're gonna bump heads. Same thing with Blue. Cory's supposed to have targets in the house, right? He's supposed to be if he's working with Jared, he can't target Cirie. That means he can't target Izzy, because Jared is gonna go to bat, ride or die for them too, right? So that means maybe Matt might end up in Cory's crosshairs, but Cirie is blocking the Matt thing, right? So eventually Cory is have to figure out who he's gonna target. Is it gonna be, if Cameron is not around, then that leaves Blue, Mimi, America. That's Cory. Yeah. That's Cory's low-key Cory army that he's gonna need to take down that structure. And so I think that if he goes after Blue, Jared's gonna be like, what's up? So I really think that right now they're probably fine. But if I'm Cory, I'm not being loyal to Jared. I would be looking at this like, okay, Jared is obviously bashing America. That means if you want America out, the best thing to do is to put me sitting next to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to fight for her at that point. So if I'm Cory, I'm probably looking at Jared like, yeah, we can work together for now, but one of us is going to have to take the shot. I don't think there's any world where they should be able to look at each other and say, we're going to be in the final two together. Like, how does that even happen with so many other connections that have formed like they have in the house? They're too close now. Them early weeks, cool. But now I think we about to start getting to where you need to have your solid group, and they can't be in each other's solid group. Not from my point of view.
I see that. I can agree with that, to be honest. And literally, Jared's telling this to Cory. Jared and Cory had a conversation. He's telling Cory, I think we should backdoor America now. You know? And it's like, not now. What are you talking about?
But that's what's so annoying is that like he's only doing that just to piss Cory off. I know for like that.
He's been trying to piss people off all week.
He only said that to get a reaction out of Cory. I know for a fact. I don't know. I just feel like that's just telepathy.
You like
Zodiacal. I really think it's zodiacal telepathy because I really just sitting here and just put myself in his shoes, and it's like I can see how an exaggerated version of myself probably would do something like that. But that specifically, yes, I want to say this to see how you're gonna react to that information. I truthfully don't even think that he would, when it comes down to it, he would probably even put America up unless he's really just like there's no other options. I think he would put up Bowie, Jag, most people before America because I just feel like he truthfully just wanted to see what is Cory going to say if I say this. Are you gonna argue? Are you gonna be mad? Like, and it's just like for what?
Literally, it's really random, and he's telling that in front of Izzy, and Izzy also has a connection to Cory in America, and Cameron is after Izzy's ass. So he's saying we should take out America before Cam. And Izzy's like, why are you saying this in front of me? What are you doing? And honestly, Jared has started to irritate all of his closest allies. Izzy, Cory, America's irritated. And it's like, girl, you can calm down, sir. But this event and a few others are going to lead to Cory and America kind of having a deep conversation. And it kind of starts here. This animosity that Cory feels from Jared. He's like, what's going on? And then, meanwhile, Matt and America are having a lot of conversations, and Matt ends up telling America information about the safety comp. He says that he's the one who won it, he's the one who used it on Jag, and that Cirie also played in it. This information is important because America's going to end up telling Cory that information.
It's also really random that he even told America this. Like, up until this point, Matt has had one-sided beef with America, like big beef.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like to randomly drop this big-ass tea about him having the power. Like, and the thing is, I really like what I'm seeing from Matt these past 2 weeks. I really noticed him as a self-interested player. I thought that he would be, just fully misted and just, a Matt Fields, I thought that was going to be his sole position, but I've realized that he truthfully cares about the separate connections that he has. So I want to feel like this is something like intentional by him. He spoke to America because he wants to kind of work with her, pull it in a little bit more. I've noticed that he hasn't necessarily thrown her under the bus too much as he did previous weeks, but it's just like, I don't know, like this is some crazy information to dump. And like it also causes like America and Cory to feel like they need to work against them. So it's like, I don't know, like he definitely probably should not have dropped this tea to America.
Ain't you all gonna be there saying it was a slip up? Y'all think it was a slip up, or do y'all think it was intentional?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Know Matt.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It is, because sometimes you do feel like he's a field child, like the rest of us, and then he go and do stuff like this, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, like even when he saved Jag, I kind of raised the eyebrow. I was like, okay, Matt, that's your dog. You saved him. That's good for you. But then when Jag came back, Matt had nothing for him. He just left him out to dry. Like, why did you go and do all of that just to make this man basically the default house target again? We got Dad got lucky that Red and Cameron had a breakup and all this other stuff like that. Jag was out the door again. He was about to hit that revolving door like Kaiser. The pressure cooker in, the pressure cooker out. And he got lucky, but Matt did nothing for that. So I'm like, okay, now that you've given America this, what you gonna do with it, Matt? Are you about to do something, or you just being messy? Because it does feel like he's just being a little messy. He had some good information. He needed to tell somebody, and he did.
I don't know. I feel weird about him because I would like to assume that most people in the house are trying to be intentional, but it's hard to understand what he's coming from because he doesn't talk to the cameras. The diary rooms are trash, so we don't really know what he's really thinking. And so when he does these things, I'm in between, girl, he don't know what he's doing, and he know what the fuck he doing. And it's like, I don't even know which route to go. So with Matt, I'm just confused. A lot of people I'm confused, which is why I kind of wish the edited shows had a lot more diary rooms that explain game, because I genuinely don't know. I've been watching him for 6 weeks. I don't know what Matt's thinking. I have no idea. At first I'm like, oh, he's just up Cirie's ass because Riley told him to. But he's telling Cirie, it made no sense for him to tell her that. He didn't even have to tell her he wanted. But when he told her he wanted, that made sense. I'm building trust. I'm telling her a secret. Him telling Cirie's info, knowing America hates Cirie, it's like, what was that? That was just so like, girl, what? So I don't know. I genuinely don't know what the intention was, but it ends up leading to more. But before America informs Cory and they have a kind of longer combo about it, she is kind of excited. She feels like Matt's more on the same page as her after this combo with him. And then eventually her, Jag, and Blue end up linking up and they end up having a conversation as a group. And they reiterate this idea that the three of them should work together, that they need to all be on the same page, woo the woo the woo, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter because Blue snitches. Quick. What's up with Blue? Somebody quick. Because she snitches, and this isn't the first time she just went and ran. She runs. What's that? Girl.
Like even earlier in the game when they were first creating family style, like she would go and create these like safety bubbles, as she would call it, with so many different people in the game. And I thought that she was going to be such an early player that, you know, if she finds herself playing the middle, like she could have a lot of strong connections on both sides. But she immediately goes and just kind of rats out all of her relationships back to her group. And I feel like that's something that has stuck this entire time. Like once she kind of gets to a group of or people that she feel like she can trust, like all information goes back to them. And I just really don't like that. I mean, like I think that's like the big one of the other big think pieces on Twitter. Like what is Blue doing? Because you have so many people who are like loving Blue and basically saying like she has this under the radar strategic mindset, and then there are people who are like, okay, she's flop. I don't know what's going on. And like I feel like I'm just like personally, I don't fully see the hype for Blue. But I feel like from conversations with Cirie, Izzy, and Jared, they clearly want Blue somewhere in their end game. Like I don't think Jared is letting Miss Kitty Pepper go. And I do see her in the Final Four situation. So if she's thinking I'm going to rat out the only other two allies I have to make sure my Final Four spot is solidified, then, you know, kudos to that. But it's like, why are you just letting yourself be isolated and have nowhere else to go? Like this, like literally, you didn't have to do nothing. Like you didn't have to like I just don't understand like why she felt the need to fully on backstab them. Like even if you didn't feel like it was real, then shut up. Like, like I just
and one of my theories is America was in a room. She could be thinking, I mean, I would have told my man. She's gonna tell her man, and her man Cory is close with Blue's man Jared. So if Jared finds out from Cory, Jared gonna be like, girl, what the fuck? You was there? And that could fuck her all the way up because Jared is her only saving grace. So, but same with Matt. I don't know. That could be it, but it could also literally just be she's a bird, which is, you know, all power to her.
I saw y'all on Twitter trying to discuss who was the bigger bird. Wasn't there a bird off going on Twitter? I hold on, we're not gonna talk about that now. Blue bird, America. Lee, you say America bird?
Well, I wouldn't say America is a bird. I wouldn't call America a bird. I think she's a terrible player.
I think Blue has bird
bird tendencies from Blue. I'm just trying to make sure we got all the things on the table here because I think this was some bird behavior, y'all. I really do.
Think it was just birdness?
I think she just, you know, you've been in that house, ain't no TV, ain't nobody to talk to. You get some juicy information, and all you really got to talk to is poo. You like,
yeah, my man.
My man. You know, and then look how good it makes you look with your new family, right? Like not only you the new girlfriend, but you go talk to your mama-in-law, your new play sister, and your brother. You know, like she go in and like, look, y'all, look what I got.
That she told Izzy too. It's like she was happy. She was like,
yeah. She's like, I'm pulling my weight as a Fields. You know,
yeah.
And that's what I think. I feel like that's more than what it is. It's like because when she's telling the information, it's like they're not playing good. Like I don't know why they're like what they don't realize is that my name is Blue Kim fields, okay?
Right, okay.
I'm protected, so I don't need you guys. It's just like I don't get like it's like a level of separation that she's trying to say, like, okay, this is what Jag in America is doing. I'm not doing that.
I can never be like those Negroes.
I can
never. Part of me respected because maybe else is thinking shit. So part of me, I'm like, okay. I'm very conflicted. We'll get into it when we get into the ratings. We'll put a pin in
that. Put a pin in that. Yeah.
So America finds out she ratted because Izzy and Jared told Cory. Cory told America. So America's like, damn, she done snitched. It's over. So America lets Jag know after 30 minutes. Jag finally understands because that nigga was, well, why would she do that? And, you know, Jag, y'all. 10-0. So
twice, Lord. It should have happened, y'all. I'm sorry. It should have.
Because then Felicia would be in jury.
Right. It should have happened because what we like the most, I think Mari said it when she was over there. We love when people get the consequences of their actions. You did a bad thing. Now here's what happened. You play. Look, you know when you do clownery.
You know
sometimes,
why?
You get the clown.
Because he's still doing stupid shit too. Like if he learned
to this day,
be here to be doing the stupid stuff, and it really frustrates me because it's like Jag will come to his senses. Like this week, like really what even sparking this conversation is him, you know, starting to realize, okay, well maybe Cirie is running it like I've already clocked before, and maybe I should start making other alliances. And like it sucks because in this instance, like he kind of approached America and Blue and to start this entire thing just for him to then throw America under the bus. It's like I like you just playing this girl, and I feel so bad for America because yes, she has been told not to trust Jag, not to trust Blue, because I just think she has this reputation of having a big old mouth. And I will say, America, Miss Lopez, like she do be talking too much sometimes. She do, but I feel like in this instance it sucks because they were approaching her, and she felt like, oh, my friends are finally waking up, yay! But no.
They're still in the clouds, girl. They're still in the clouds, firmly. So America, okay, after all of these conversations, America finds out all this information. Jared been treating Cory crazily. America and Cory have a conversation at night, a little info session. This is when Cory tells America she was ratted out, and America tells Cory, I got some tea from Matt, randomly. And Matt tells me Cirie played in the competition. And Cory was like, ooh, you lying. Because I didn't know that. So if Matt knew that, he's a Fields. And I'm not. And it's like, baby, you're a Wurtenberger. Stay over there. You are a wonderful Wurtenberger.
And never forget it. Right.
Which I just feel like Cory, he definitely should have slowly become more and more aware that they were giving you less and less information. But I think that's the thing. Like, most of his time is getting, you know, taken up by Miss America. So he clearly was just not being receptive of that. But I loved how, like, you know, for temporarily, he was thinking like, oh, I need to like win an HOH and try to start solidifying some other type of relationships other than just, you know, telling everything to the Fields family.
Yeah. And that was kind of in the morning. So that morning, Cory wakes up. He's very woke. He's talking to the camera. Well, very is a reach, but he's talking to the cameras, and he's like, I need to start winning HOHs. I didn't have Cirie. Cirie lied to me, and I didn't know. I thought Cirie was telling me the truth. You
thought Cirie Fields.
Please, quickly.
Stop Mind it. You, the lie was, of course not. I didn't get voted by America to a advantage. The only known person in the game you didn't think got a vote. Like, can we just go back to, like, I mean, there are family members who have played of Big Brother players and they got votes. I mean, you don't think someone that has been on CBS 4 times is not going to have millions of supporters that are ready to vote? Like, that should have been a blatant lie. Like,
yeah, but seriously, who did he think was in the running? If not Cirie, then who? You know, like, who did you, what you thought happened? Right. You know, right. So you just thinking like, okay, if I know 3 out of the 4, it's out of, I don't know, Bowie Jane. Maybe it was Bowie Jane. I don't know, y'all. Like, bro, stop it. Stop playing. But y'all are right. This man knows her legacy like we do. So that means when we see, you see Twitter, when Cirie walked in the house, it was an explosion. It's people who only watch Big Brother. They don't know Cirie. They don't know Baby D like I know Baby D. You know what I'm saying? Like so they not like they don't know. But the rest of us, we was like, no, this is Cirie. She finna change the game. And y'all giving her too much. She never played. No, this is different, y'all. This is years of people standing this woman, and now she's in this house. And Cory knows that. And it just never occurred to him that maybe Cirie lied to me. You should have been known she lied. When she said that, you should be like, okay, that's probably a lie. And you shouldn't even be taking that much offense that Matt knows and not you. You should just be being aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this knocked him over.
Yeah. He was ready. He was like, oh, we got to start working the camera. We got to we got I was like, slow your roll, baby, because
he was ready to work.
And that's like that's the craziest thing about this season. Like, everyone is now a Fields adjacent. Like, and we were saying, me and Pharaoh was saying this off the podcast, like, people they'll get on the same page, but at different times. Like, once, because America, she's been aware. So, like, Jag will wake up, and now Blue wants to be loyal down. You know, Blue will wake up and say something that makes it seem like she doesn't want to trust them. And
Cory is Jared's bestie that week. You know,
like they are never locked in at the same time, and that's where the issue goes, because the information is going to Jared, Matt, and Blue, and sometimes Jag, and all of these people can be a Fields family member at any given time. So there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go, and that's why I feel like. And this was kind of a big piece too. I think Izzy. I feel like for them, they should be trying to get out Izzy this week.
For Jag and Blue and them.
For Jag, Blue, Cory, and America. I'm not gonna lie. I think the shot would be Izzy this week. I think she's the most active player of the Fields family. She makes a lot of good connections on their behalf, and I think even this week, like, people don't necessarily like her, but because this structure has been so solidified, the connections that they've built by creating these groups, like, they don't want to take her out. Like, it's not even a discussion. Like, if they could, wrangle together these 5 votes to take her out, I think that is the shot, because it really severely weakens Jared and Cirie. They're exposed terribly, and I just feel like I really think that's the move, because also, like, I will say, I think that Jared and Cirie would then default to brown sugar babes, but still, it's like that is a unit. I think that is like way less threatening than Izzy being there with them.
I feel like my theory with that was, I think it's Cory who is the main one who does not want that to happen, because Cory's game is very contingent on. Is contingent a word? Sure,
you got
on other people helping him. And he thinks Izzy is a valuable person who vouches for him consistently. So I think in Cory's mind, if he loses Izzy, well, I'm going to lose the game because Jag is here and Matt is still here. And what if they link back together? And so I think for Cory, Izzy going is way too much of a stressor. Izzy is someone who's continually vouching for him, continually keeping him in the loop, telling him a lot of information. And he said this to America, actually. He said, later on in the update, he's telling America about Jared. He's giving me information again, so I feel good. And Izzy consistently gives him info, and I think that's why he's like, she's just way more valuable to me. And she is, but baby, she's running the game. It's like it's a hard. I feel like it's a hard decision, especially for Cory. Izzy genuinely wants Cory there. She's telling Cirie and Jared, please, let's keep Cory just for me. Can Cory go to the end for me? So it's like, he's helping her. She's helping him, but helping him to his demise.
That's the thing. Like, she's vouching for him, but she also is not self-interested in her damn self. And I feel like if Cirie and Jared, fuck Jared. If Cirie tells Izzy, I want Cory out now, Izzy dropped all of that.
He's gone. You're finished. You're done.
It's done. So it's like,
it makes no sense for anyone to be relying. I can see why he doesn't understand it, because I can see if he's thinking, okay, she's maybe not that self-interested. It makes no sense for Izzy to just be not it's different from you're not that self-interested to what Izzy is doing. Izzy is playing for her mother, who's not even her mother. It's like you're doing something that's just out of this world. Why are you doing this? This is actually kind of. I'm getting scared. What's happening? I don't even want to win. I want to win the veto, and I'm not using it. How about that? What?
She's not gonna use it.
I think Cory knows that information. But so it's like, that she's 100,000% loyal to this woman, like over her own game.
Yeah. She's been walking around telling everyone she's not gonna use the veto, so he knows. But if that was my mom, I wouldn't use the veto either.
That's my mama. Y'all can tweet. Y'all can do whatever. You can tweet till you get blue in the face. That's her mama. Okay, she don't care. That's her mama. She do not care. And, but it's Lee. You make a good point. Izzy should be going, but not maybe for Cory. But Cameron, this is a fail. Mm-hmm. This is a fail for you. Okay, this is a fail. Jag, this is a fail. Izzy should be going here. There's no reason why. Yeah, Cory's shutting it down. Yeah, but why are y'all letting him? Why are y'all letting him? This started with Cameron not telling anybody their nominations, all that kind of stuff, his little back alley 4 phases and all that other stuff. But there's a lot of people who are going to take an L if Izzy go. America, you should be embarrassed because Izzy got you and Cory in your best interest or whatever. But Cory's doing all the labor here to keep that woman in the house. You got to step it up. And you honestly, you gotta let this man play the game. You distracting my boy. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's your fault, but Cory can't do all the things at one time. He new here. I'm just saying he's not a little wet behind the ears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. America, you might be putting too much on him at once. Slow down, baby. Mr. Krabs.
Because they kissed. They filled the showmance with a kiss. And I'm a slight. I will repeat it. I'm a slight Cory stan. So I was here. I was here for them. I was here for them officially leaking up. I'm sorry. I'm here for the show, man. I'm sorry.
Speaking of America,
I think they're cute. I think they're cute.
All day trying to get Izzy out. Like a lot. She's campaigning to Matt. She's campaigning to Cory 3 times. She's going all around the Jag. She's telling everybody. I mean, Izzy, maybe we can get Izzy out. And this eventually leads to her having a conversation with Cameron. And in the conversation with Cameron, she's telling him, like, girl, by the way, Izzy's staying right now. Felicia's going to be going home. And he's like, no, she's not. But you thought you ate that. You didn't. Actually staying.
I mean, because she clearly just does not know the house as well as Cameron.
Yeah.
The one who got blindsided by everyone in the house.
Yeah.
Including America.
And Bowie Jane, not Bowie Jane. But Bowie Jane told him the same thing. Cory tells him the same thing.
So delusional and just like
Matt tells him the same thing.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, how can you fully believe you know everything in this instance? You were just blindsided by everyone. And she's telling him in this combo, like, you were also the target. Red was never going to be targeted. They wanted you out. And he's like,
nope.
No, I don't perceive that. I think you're right about that.
Sorry, actually, nope. Sorry.
And it's like every single time someone tells him something, he either willfully denies it or he's like, I already know it.
Pretend.
And it's like, so what?
You knew everything and nothing is true.
Like he doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's like,
what's his sign?
He's
too damn confident.
He's a Pisces.
Pisces with the Aries rising and a Leo.
Wait, pause. Leave the Aries rising out of this, okay?
Are you an Aries, Chappell?
I'm an Aries stellium. I got 4 Aries is up in me, man. It's Aries season over here. Look, and then that 5th one is Gemini. Let me just tell you about me for a second.
I got Gemini rising.
But yeah, he has some Leo and some fire signs are in that thing because that man can't be told. Nah, you can't tell him nothing.
No, you can't. There's something about being the quintessential average white man and just having so much damn confidence to be just like that. Just move through the world and think that everybody gonna move out of my way because I read somewhere white folk think God left them in charge, and Cameron is the embodiment of that. He walk around like because I said it, it is true, and it is done. Boom.
And that's delusion.
That's delusion. That's delusion. Especially when if you had one person telling you, hey, I don't think it's right, then you're like, okay, let's compare notes, my read versus your read. I feel like I got a better relationship. But when you got all the people who you say are voting that with you are telling you that they hurt, they're not, they're coming to you and saying, we're not voting with you. Felicia's going home. And he's like, no, that's not true. You are voting with me. All of y'all are. I got the votes. I counted them. It's like, well, you're not counting. Look, don't count me. Don't count the last person who came in here or the person who come in here after me. Don't count Matt. Don't count Cory. Don't count, like, bro. Who are you counting that think you got this? He has nothing.
The same people who counted last week.
That's it. Nobody.
and that's like him and Jag are literally one and the same. Like, how do you sit there and trust the same people who by a large margin.
He doesn't even trust them. He nominated two of them. You
Clearly
nominated two of them, but you trust that the rest of them are gonna vote with you? Get serious and quick. So four people told him the truth finally. He didn't believe none of them. But then eventually later on, America talks to him again because America, she's trying to get shit done. All day this day, America
out of here.
Shit done. So America came back and she was like, look, you don't get it. Felicia is going home. Also, let me tell you why I know Felicia is going home. I heard the reason Red actually didn't trust you. And Kim was like, oh, tell me about that. Y'all, it's been days.
Weeks.
Weeks.
Months.
Why doesn't he know?
You had days to speak to me Christmas.
He doesn't even care to know throughout the time because he thinks he knows everything. He thought he already knew. Actually, he did already know. He must have already.
Y'all, we didn't know. He knew. He knew.
Exactly. We didn't know behind.
So America finally tells him that Red found out he volunteered to be a pawn. And he was like, well, someone must, I don't know who. And she was like, Jared told him. Like, he was not getting it. Come on.
If Johnny has 3 apples, if Johnny has 3 apples.
You have to spell it out to Cam.
You got to.
Cam needs a more, he needs a more aggressive approach. He needs somebody to be like, look, Cam, honestly, you're wrong. Like, no one's like, but that's the thing. In this moment, America basically did that. And he leaves the conversation finally like, hold on now, Bowie, come here quick. And then he's telling
he was
Bowie,
trying to be like, well, maybe it was blue, maybe it was like trying to like no, and like I get it because at the end of the day, like he thinks he's in Chilltown with Jared at this point, so of course he doesn't want to believe that the man that he's been telling, one of the only people this week that he's been telling everything to, has been lying to his face, and it's like. Why would the man who nominated you last week not just lie to your face this week? Like
clean that up.
It's like of course. Like it's like I just don't get it. I really don't know. Like this season, like his reads, Jag's reads. I mean, Red when he was here a little bit. It's just like, what the hell are y'all seeing? Yeah. Like, what game are y'all playing to think that these people are actually with y'all? Like, I feel like, how is it not blatantly obvious?
You can't put me up on the block next to my best friend. Next to my best friend had us fighting and crying and stuff, all in each other's arms and stuff, and beefing. And now I'm like, well, okay, I think I still trust you. You put me in this position in the first place. I wouldn't have just got blindsided had you not put me up on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like this. What if you had kept me in Red safe, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. But he is again, he's just so confident, or maybe he just separate himself from it. He able to just like disassociate. I can't. If I believe this stuff, then like you said, I can't. You can't change my mind now because that means I've been wrong for days. Yeah. All these conversations I had, dear God, you start having a flashback to all the places you vibed when you should have weaved. You're like, whoa, did I say that? Did I say that to Cirie? Lord, did I say that to? Did Izzy know that I said that? You start thinking back like, God damn, that's why Jag was looking at me crazy. Wow, Matt did that. Wow, I think that's really what it is. Like, it's easier to just believe that I'm right because believing you right means I gotta go undo all that stuff, and I ain't got the energy. Right? Yeah, I ain't got the energy. It's too much. It's too much.
Literally. So, if y'all were wondering why so much shit was happening, it's because Cirie was locked up with Felicia at this point. So she's been with Felicia doing this punishment all this time. She hasn't been able to game talk. She hasn't been able to do nothing. At this point, America's trying to flip the vote. Cory hates Jared, and he thinks Cirie's been lying to him this whole time. Matt's telling secrets to other people instead of her. Jag is trying to build a whole new shit. He hasn't.
Y'all see how children fucking up.
Everything is just wild. But Cirie enters the game again. Her punishment is over. She's able to walk in the game, and I kid you not, in 15 minutes, whoop. Clean that shit up.
Clean it up. Clean
up immediately.
She got out her vacuum, her spray. Like, she cleaned it up real quick, y'all. Because dead ass, like, she was having a conversation with Jared. And Jared was talking all types of crazy shit. Izzy needs to go. Cory, fuck that. America needs to go after that. It needs to go Izzy. America. Like, what are you talking about?
I did feel like in that moment I sent him a sign. I think I sent him.
That was your telepathy. That was your moment.
Yep. Izzy needs to go. And he picked up on it. He picked up on it. I was like, yeah, we're saving Miss Felicia this week.
He was talking to Mother Cirie.
Of course. So it wasn't going nowhere.
So the feeds go down. And then when they come back up, it's like, you know how they switched the twin twist out? Jared switched twins, bitch. Because when I tell you, Jared was like, Cory needs to be in this end game. It needs to be America.
We cannot lose Izzy here. Wait a minute.
We can't lose Izzy. We need her. It's like, okay, period. He's
immediately.
I don't know who he was turning. What's his fake last name?
Was it Washington?
Washington. He was Washington at that moment. But now he's back.
Look. Cirie said, "Cut the cameras, dead ass," and got it together. I know she hit him. Y'all know she hit him. She said, Skippy, real quick. She hit them. I ain't leave you and these kids here. I left you here with your sister. You take care of your sister.
Right. He was supposed to be babysitting, and he did a joyride. Right. He took a joyride in the car.
Come back to mama. You never guess what's coming on. And what did Cirie do? She got him together, and then she went to talk to her favorite child. Now, Izzy, come tell mama what happened. Tell mama what's going on. Because we're getting mama gonna clean all that up. I'm finna go up to that school. She grabbing her purse. I'm finna go up to that school and talk to the teachers for you. Because obviously they got me messed up. They got me fucked up in here. They don't know. I'm Mrs. Fields, okay? Yeah. She got that together real quick.
She said, I need mama votes. So while Cirie is going around ensuring her votes, she done made Jared talk to Cory. She said, you and your brother need to make up. So Jared and Cory had a conversation. This time he being nice. And Cory's like, oh, and Jared starts giving Cory information, and he's telling him how Cam was saying things about him. And now he's back on the same page. Both of them are on the same page that Cam needs to go, and then after that, Jag still needs to go. So now both of them have reconciled. They are back on the same page. And now Cory is now telling this to America, like, no, girl, let's calm this down. Izzy can stay, and let's back on track. I think Cory likes the cleaner, safer path, and this other path that was staring off was just crazy. What was going on?
Well, he also, I think, fully realizes that. I mean, truthfully, the smartest people in the house are Cirie, I think, Izzy, them.
The field.
So I feel like he just wants to work with smart players. At the end of the day, Jag is not reliable, Blue is not reliable, Cameron is not reliable, fucking Bowie James.
America ain't even
fucking Bowie James.
Sorry.
These are your options. So the alliance is going to be, because this is what Cameron was trying to push. It's me, Bowie Jane, America and Cory, and then Matt and Jag.
He don't even like America.
The last two members,
let alone the rest of them,
aren't even loyal to any of y'all. So it's
I would have got ratted out the day it was made.
Right.
By Matt.
Cory looked around and said, "Oh, this the alliance."
No.
Right.
Oh, okay. Who all gonna be there?
He said, "Who all gonna be there?" That's what he said. He said, "Wait."
Yeah. He said, "Oh, okay. Call me. I'll let y'all know when I'm on the way." Went right upstairs. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I ended up in the room with all of them fools. But take me, love me, pick me, choose me. I can't. He didn't know them people. Sorry for them people. I just couldn't even imagine. You know how the house split in the beginning, and Heisen was complaining about how he wasn't given a choice to be in whichever alliance. Cory in this moment is given a choice, and he's looking at the cards on the table and is like, "Oh, we going straight to hell. There is no way. There's no way this is going to be a thing. I'm sorry, I can't play with y'all. I'll let y'all think that. Don't put me up, but let me go talk to them because they feel like I can have some real conversations with them. We can start working some stuff out. Because you talk to Jag, and it's like the light don't be on all the time. Jag just be staring at you, and you think you talking to somebody who understands. Did he repeat back something that you didn't even say to him? You're like, wait, Jag, did you miss the part where these people voted you? You missed that. Okay,
that big part where you were fully evicted by Julie Chen.
Right, like you gotta come back. So once he saw the writing on the wall, he said, "No, I think it's gonna be me this time. I think I'm gonna be the snitch this time. You ain't got to worry about Blue ruining this one. I got it."
And I think he has pretty good instinct, especially when it comes to keeping himself safe. Because Cirie and Izzy seem like they did not take what Jared was saying to too seriously. When he was like, we have to go after Cory and go after America, they were like, America's fine, but Cory, Like, it gave very much, we want to still stick with him. And I just think that Cory does a good job of keeping himself safe, but he does terrible at trying to save America, which is, in part, America telling the wrong people the wrong motherfucking information and then literally getting straight back to Izzy. And then also Cory dragging her under the bus every chance he gets and telling them how much America hates them and doesn't want to work with them and wants to nominate them. So it's like, it's just, they want Cory. They just really don't want America, and he really want to protect her. So that's really where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
America, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. You know what you need to do. Go and lock this Cory thing down. Make it official. Go and do what you got to do. All this tiptoeing and kissing. Oh, Mr. Krabs, all this other stuff. Girl, you know what you need to do. Steal that soul real quick. Just go and grab them by the soul. Just reach in there and just grab them by the soul.
Oh my God.
And say, hey man, it's me and you. Because once you do it, watch him change up. Well,
real quick.
Y'all be playing in Blue Kim face, the Queen Bee, but you get little Kim. You know, you be playing in her face, but make no mistake, she locked herself up that in-law relationship with the Fields. They're not gonna put her on the block no time soon, and it might not even be strategic, but it worked. So I'm just saying, look, America, you know what you could do. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not even saying you have been doing it. But push come to shove, don't do your thing. Do your thing. We gonna respect it. I respect it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's that. Look, if you got it, use it.
Period. I agree.
What?
Period. So coming up to this vote, at this point, Cirie done reeled everybody in. Jag has routed out that America's trying to flip the vote on Izzy, all this shit.
To the field. Because he was the one that was trying to motherfucking flip the vote and get out Izzy. Jag ain't shit.
He ain't to the
as soon as he gets the information, it's like he just, I feel like, reverts. It's like he's like, oh, it's getting too scary. Let me go right back to the field where I belong.
And my cousins. Let me go to my cousins.
Cirie also approached him on some, when we were in the punishment, I see you talking to camera and you're not really talking to us. Like, so it basically got him together and made him realize, oh shit. Because what Jag does is when he is feeling like he needs safety, he branches out, he tries to make alliances, he tries to get connections, and then
Cirie presses him.
When he gets and then it's like, oh, okay. When he gets to safety, it's like, oh, I don't have to talk to you. I don't need to make a connection with you. And then he has to get checked again. And he's like, oh, I'm back to where I'm supposed to be.
Fall in line.
I'm sorry. So boom, coming up on this vote, Izzy staying. And at this point, everyone knows except Bowie, Jane, Mimi, and Felicia, right? Mimi don't know still, right? She doesn't.
Yeah, Mimi still doesn't know.
So they plan on telling Felicia tomorrow night because they don't want to blindside her. They plan on blindsiding Bowie Jane. And Mimi, they haven't even discussed when they're going to tell Mimi. But they've discussed when they're telling Felicia. So Mimi will eventually find out too. I don't know how she's going to respond to this. Mimi is like the main, I feel like, person they need to be letting them know. And they haven't yet. So I guess we're just going to have to see how that goes. But Izzy's most likely staying. Felicia's going home, most likely. And they might be in jury after this vote. But we're going to have to see, I guess. Period.
Yeah, because Julie still said there's some type of twist coming. People think it could be a longer jury. I saw one theory going around, which I think is cute, that because this is multiverse, that instead of a final 2, there's a final 3, which means jury starts this week and Felicia would be in it because it would be an uneven number for the votes. And it's like, let's do that one. I want that one.
Yeah. I need that. I need this. I just feel like we're really missing out on a golden opportunity with Felicia here. We just don't get this type of player
with her in it, and
like she's supposed to be on the jury roundtable looking at Dr. Will, being like, Will, I run this. I'm in charge. I took the roundtable over. It's me. Yeah, exactly. I know she's gonna have something shady to say when she put her key in the box at the end. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we really lose. And that's another thing. She's probably less likely to come back as an all-star because she's older than everybody else, right? Literally. So this might be our only chance to get a Felicia in the late game, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't support this. Izzy gotta go. She gotta go.
Izzy has to go. Yeah.
Period. Keep saying it.
And that's been my main thing, is that, like, if a shot has to be taken, it needs to be Izzy. And
can this just be the start of jury? That's what I want. She made it 6 weeks.
That needs to be the twist.
She made it 6 weeks. Put this woman in jury. That's a long time.
Right. I told you, how much church did she miss in that time? Several months. Bake sales, all kinds of stuff. The scholarship meeting, the school year just started back up. The babies that went off to school. She ain't waved to them. They nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this woman put all into this. Let us in the jury house for a little bit. She ain't no plans. She'll be home by Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Give her a damn vacation.
That part.
All right, Chappell. Let's get into these motherfucking player ratings, right? Right. We start off with the last person evicted. Rules of the road are you can do whatever you want. We use 0.5s. So keep that in mind. Let's start with Red and get through Red. I'm gonna give Red a 3.
Yeah.
He came, he saw, he conquered. Chappell, how did you feel about Red as an overall player?
You know, a couple weeks ago, the Who All Gonna Be There podcast got on here, and Treese and Rock, they showed their ass. I was hearing 8s for Heisem and 7s for but then 5s for people who actually still in the house. How? Make it. And I heard y'all was struggling. Y'all said, "Oh, is that?" Let me repeat the rules.
Who was a 7 for Heisem?
Look at you. I heard you. It's like, look, I think Red kind of did go try to drop it down later. Well, maybe I'll give Red a 5. No, oh, really? But we struggling with what to give some of the other people in the house, and they in the house. I was like, okay. Red can have a 3. It existed in the house. He did what he could do. We are proud of him for the achievements that he made. The end. That is all. Amen. Thank you, Red, for your service.
Period. Lee?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely probably say it's a 3 for Red as well. Like, he was just blindly loyal to the professors and most of all Cirie, and that is going to be a lot of people's downfall, and it was his as well. So it is what it is.
Amen. Boom. Let's get to people who are in the game barely.
Yeah.
We're going to start from our lowest rated player last week, and we're going to go up. So starting with Jag, who did get evicted. Chappell, how do you feel about Jag?
How can you rate this man anything? What has Jag ever done in this game except get voted out?
What we giving him last week?
I gave him a 0.5.
That 0.5 is doing the Lord's work, okay? And he's just carrying some weight here. Because I'm like, Jag, what are your redeeming qualities as a Big Brother player? You're very nice.
That's good. That's a good quality.
You're very kind. That is true. Mm-hmm. He won a competition. Okay.
Period.
He did.
Just one?
That's it. That's all. That's it, and that's all, y'all. I like Jag a lot. And that's why it pains me. It don't pain me at all. Jag, you deserve this 0.5. I'll let you, because that 0.5 is that one challenge you won. You hear me? That's it. Jag, he's not good with information. He doesn't know how to save himself. He can't save his allies. He just Jaguar. What are we doing here? Come on out the house. See, Jag should be evicting himself this week. Jag should be saying, you know what? Felicia and Izzy are good television. Let me step out the way. Let me not be the one. Mm-hmm. But no, he want to go and kick in it. That's the thing. All the people rooting for the shakeup. Lee, I'm looking at you. All the people rooting for the shakeup. You got Felicia going out the house when it could have been Jag. I wanted more of the same. Jag should have been on that block. Jag should have been out the house. I'm sorry. Shake it back up again. Scramble it up. Bring me Felicia again. I need it.
Mm-hmm. Lee, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm continuing my 0.5. Like, I just think Jag, what's crazy about Jag is that, like, it's like he fully will just get new information and choose to act like it never, those conversations never happened. The next day it's back to, I'm trusting Cirie, I'm telling Jared my entire game, American Cory are not to be trusted and they have to go home. We have to make sure people like Bowie and Jane in America don't win HOH when those are the only 2 people who actually want to trust you and want to work with you and won't nominate you. It's just like, I don't think he gets so easily misted by himself, by the others around him. It's like at this point, it's not even. I don't even think I don't think it's a situation where it's like he's necessarily realizing these things on his own. It feels like more so he's getting swayed by the people he speaks to.
By the wind.
He just goes.
The wind could come and whisper in his ear.
Goes with the wind, literally. So it's like he's working with this person today. He'll be working with this person tomorrow, and then he'll get comfortable and stop talking to him for a whole week. I just don't. I like. He's so inconsistent with like every single thing, and it's like, he said he's a super fan, but he's. I feel like it feels like he's a recruit.
You think he lied?
No, not that he lied, but it's just like
a good liar.
He couldn't have lied.
Actually. It's just like I don't know. It just feels like he doesn't know much. It doesn't feel like the way he claimed he knew about the game. It doesn't feel like he knew those qualities because socially, strategically, it's just like it's all bad. It's all negs, all of it.
I feel like with Jag, I have a little bias because I think he's a cutie. So I like Jag.
This is not an attractive ranking. But the player.
What did I say? What did I tell Chappell? I said anything goes.
Anything goes.
And it does. He gave him 0.5 for a comp, and I'm giving him 0.5 for how he looks. No, I'm going to give Jag a 1, actually.
Okay.
I feel like he doesn't deserve the 1. I just like him.
Why are you giving him a 1?
I like him as a person.
Oh, okay.
And there's someone I want to give. There's someone I want to give a 0.5, and he could be a 0.5. What am I doing? He's going to be a 0.5. Let's just be honest.
Like, what was
the reason?
Literally looks. I was like, he looks. I'm thinking about
his head, sister.
Yeah, I have to get over that. I can't be a bird. Like, Cameron is next. Lee, how do you feel about Cameron? These is really the bottom. Look, we can get through.
Bottom of the barrel.
Lee, how do you feel about Cameron? What'd you say?
I didn't preface this, but like honestly, I just think everyone is playing fucking terribly this week. So it's gonna be a lot of low scores, and I'm also giving Cameron a 0.5. You had the HOH, you could have gotten new information, you could have made new alliances, you could have made an actual move this week, but all you're doing is taking out fucking Felicia. And I'm upset about that because I love fucking Felicia. Like, I would have rather you just be stupid and take out Jag and Blue because you're doing nothing regardless. Like, taking out Felicia does not stop the powerhouse that is Izzy, Jared, and Cirie. And you trusted one of the three, and then you kept one off the block, and then your face got played in the entire week by the woman's son. So it's just like, there's no path for Cameron. Everyone hates him. They truthfully do. And at this point, the only one vouching for him is America. And everybody hates America. So it's like, where does he go from here? Out the game. Like, everyone will be targeting him next week. The only person who probably won't is a Bowie Jane. Maybe America. But I do think at this point, Cory will just talk her out of it. And he will get targeted. And so it's like, unless he's tied from BB Can 11 and he can just somehow get picked to play in veto and win and just go back to back. There's no path.
Clear that up now.
And he's not tied. And he's not tied.
So
no faith.
For me, Cameron would have been a 0, but he made a move. So he's a 0.5. Chappell, how you feeling?
See, I'm about to just flip the table over because I'm gonna go higher than y'all for sure, okay? Because I try to think of like what these people bring to the table. Jag don't bring nothing. He just won that one competition. I gave him a 0.5. Cameron has proven he can win multiple competitions. He don't do nothing with them, but he could win them. You know what I'm saying? He could. So I'm cranking it up to a 1. And to a 1, y'all playing in Daddy Cam's face. He deserves that 1. Daddy. That's what they call him, Big Daddy Cam.
That's what
he call him.
He's daddy. He's Riley's father. He's a lot of parents. But
he is a parent. That is a parent. He is not a daddy, but he has a 1 because again, the things that you tell Jag looks like he's processing those things, and then honestly, the information goes nowhere. Cameron, you tell him stuff, and it's like talking to a brick wall. He don't care what you're telling him, but at least he can win a couple competitions. At least the boy is still here, and he's been a target since week 1, and he is still here. So I'll give him some credit. Jag literally got voted out. Like he's gone. He got voted out. Literally. He didn't get a sympathy vote. Jag, sorry, you will always be lower than Cameron, but Cameron, so I can't put them on the same level. Not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Just the one. Which is fine.
It's a 0.5 higher.
0.5.
Now to my queen, Bowie Jane. Love me some
Okay.
Okay. That's my mama for real. The way she pressed them girls. I know that's right. She said, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I can be with you all. I can't do that. She said she don't think she can.
Yeah.
What was that going into?
Bowie done clocked. She done clocked Cirie's game, Izzy's game, Jared's game. Temporarily.
Clock is the bold statement.
In the past, Bowie Jane is it's crazy because I want to give her a 0, but I'm like, well, she's just about what with the other two, so it's 0.5. Yep. Chappell, how you feeling?
I don't even know what to say, man. It's like, bruh, what is Bowie Jane brought to the table, y'all? But like, she clocked it. You didn't clock anything, man?
She got left out of a vote.
You got left out of the vote. They put the information in front of you and said, yeah, that's what we did.
Here you go.
Here you go. Here it is. This is for you. Hold this. And she said, damn, is this really happening? This is crazy. And then they proceeded to be like, yeah, Bowie Jane, you still gonna work a 2 for what? 2 for what, Rudy Guerrero?
No allies. Cam's going home.
No
She's
reads.
not winning the game.
What is she doing? And
She's
honestly,
Australian.
if they're gonna backdoor Cameron next week, as they should, who you think they gonna use as the decoy nominations to get on this box? Miss DJ Bowie motherfucking James. And so DJ Bowie motherfucking James, I cannot give you a 0.5 because that is for Jag. Yeah, I can. 0.5 for Bowie Jane. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
No, that's right.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
You know what? I mean,
well, what you gonna give her, Lee? Because it seemed like you wasn't gonna give her.
Well, the thing is, I'm definitely not. I don't think it's a 0.5 for Bowie Jane, and that's only because I don't think Bowie Jane is gonna go home anytime soon. Mainly because she's not a threat, and they realize that she's not a threat. And it's just like, but at the end of the day, she doesn't have much going for her at this point, so it is gonna be a 1.
Ooh.
I feel high.
Y'all been giving what? I need to get
we had to knock the bottom 3 out of the way. I mean, these is probably arguably the 3 worst in the house right now, literally.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a shame we got Blue so close to them. No, it's not.
It's not.
I don't know why
it's not. It's not.
That was
lie like a rug.
I'm gonna let y'all rate her first because I'm finna gag. Chappell,
but what I find hilarious though, I wanted to say real quick is like with Bowie Jane specifically is that they blindsided this woman, and then they are trying to gaslighting the fuck out of her and trying to convince her that the only reason why we turned on you is because you turned on us first.
You were turning against us. She was like, no, I wasn't. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Like, what?
She's like, I have not played this game, I promise.
Don't ask me what day it was because I don't remember. But I told y'all I was not with them. Like I'm with like I'm loyal to y'all, and now I don't have anyone. They're like, well, no, you're saying you don't have anyone.
You're with us.
And she was like, well, I don't think I do because what was that? And it's like, literally, what was that?
And it's like, poor Bowie Jane, child, but. It'll be interesting if Bowie Jane can snatch her HOH win. That would be nasty.
But hold on, pause. What y'all think Bowie Jane gonna do with the HOH win? What she gonna do?
Like everybody else.
She gonna backdoor Cameron?
I do.
She gonna be like, it's me and the bye bitches. It's like, ma'am. The boy bitches.
The boy bitches.
The boy bitches. It's like, bro, shit. Like, bro, who is the bye bitches? They left them a long time ago, girl. It's over. Oh my God. Bowie effing Jane. Ain't that some shit?
Oh, Chappell.
Oh, okay. We talk about the Blue House. Okay. Yeah. The okay. Blue. See. Blue ain't doing nothing either, y'all. Let's just call it what it is. She's not doing nothing either, y'all.
The blue fans gonna get you.
Look, cause see, I'm the type of person is I'll be like, okay, strategically, yeah. You kind of locking down Jared. That's a good move because that ingratiates you into the field house. I give you credit for that one. I don't know. That wasn't your goal. I know you just trying to feel like you was in the house, you wanted to do a little something, whatever, but it's working. So I'm gonna give you that. Because you do have a lot of protection. She is in a good spot. I know people are debating that, but like the Fields house they're gonna protect her because Jared's in the Fields house. He's not gonna let that get too far down the rabbit hole for that. For some reason, America keeps telling Blue stuff, which come on, man. If America were to waste an HOH trying to get out Blue, I would laugh at her. So I was saying, like, I don't think anybody's coming for Blue. She is fine. She exists. She has Jared. But what is she really doing, y'all? Like this woman legit volunteered her number one ally aside from the one that she's sleeping with.
That was strategic.
She volunteered her number one ally to go sit up on the block, y'all.
As strategy.
After he got voted out.
If she didn't volunteer him, he would have got voted out again. She
saved
his life.
She saved his life by volunteering him to be on the block. He shouldn't have never been on the block, y'all. He shouldn't have been on the block. The man just got voted out. He should not have been there. Blue, what were you doing? Baby, I just want to, dang, but it's kind of like Bowie Jane got a 0.667. Blue got to have higher than Bowie Jane. Like at very least, she got to have higher than Bowie Jane. At least she has the sense to go have sex with somebody. Now, can we give her a 2? I can give her. She can have a 3. She can have a 3. If Red got a 3, she can have a 3. That's what I'm basing that off of, because she's still in the house. She's trying to stay in the house to some extent. I don't really know. Again, at least she had the sense to go and be like, become somebody's Beyonce. Listen, I love Blue Honey. She's my fave, but just down there in that side of the rankings. You know what I'm saying? My favorite of that end of the rankings. Yeah, these 4, she's my favorite for sure. So I'm gonna give her a 3.
What you giving Blue?
I mean,
Blue Honey.
Blue Honey. Miss Blue Kim Fields.
Mrs.
Look. And this is what I honestly would just like. Honestly, it should be a requirement for everyone to talk to the cameras, or I feel like honestly there should be like some type of like BBOTT diary room feed that we have like 24/7. Because I would just like to know, what are these people really thinking? Because I just feel like with Blue, the actions doesn't match up with a lot of the things that she says. Like, I mean, in the episode, we know that she realizes that Jared is probably playing with his mom and it's Cirie. But then when asked this week who she would take out between Cirie and Izzy, she tells Jared that she would take out Cirie. Mm-hmm. People thought that she may have thought it was Felicia. With him targeting Felicia this week and her going home, the only other option is Cirie. Yeah. And it's like, I want to feel like some of those moves are just intentional, you know what I mean? But it's like, when you look at it, there's just fully no reason to rat out people that want to work with you, that want to trust you, that's giving you information. She's in a situation where like she is one of the adjacent closest people to the Fields family. So it's like, why do you feel the need to run back to them with that information? Like, I've said this before, but it's like, I truthfully think she just does things to feel like she's playing the game, not necessarily that she's, fully thinking this is what's going to turn into this, and I'm going to turn this into this new. I don't know. I just think that she thinks, okay, well, the best thing to do here is to tell this person, and they'll feel like they trust me. But it's like Jared already trusts you, so I just, I don't know. I really want to know more of what she's thinking fully for herself, but right now I don't have that. I just have a bunch of mess, a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of contradictions. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave it at a 3. I've been giving her a 3. I'll keep it at that for her position alone. I think that Blue is someone that could be a sleeper only because she probably will be in this Final Four. Jared only has been able to defaultly win. Cirie has not been the best, and Izzy been choking at the end of these competitions. Miss Blue will get there. Miss Kitty Purr wins the Final Four veto, cut Cirie type shit. She's gonna get Final 2 and walk away with a $75K check. Mm-hmm. Notice I said $75K. And hey, at least she's going home with second. So
I thought you was talking too fast.
Look, let me
not 750, 75.
Yeah. Can I amend mine? Can I amend my score a little bit? Because you did convince me of something, Lee. I do. I'm thinking, because I forgot this girl told this boy that she was gonna vote out his mama. Could you go down to 2.5, please?
I'm thinking he's going up. He's like, let me actually.
I forgot she told Jared that because remember, we all thought, oh, she think it's Felicia. But we saw the diary room. We watched the show and we all trying to act like we didn't see it. But we watched that woman on the show say, I'm pretty sure it's Cirie. It makes sense for it to be Cirie. Look, part of me, I don't really know for sure, but it makes sense for it to be Cirie. She said it, y'all. We actually have the diary room of her saying that she knew. And you told this boy mama. Yeah, and you told this boy mama. I mean, told this boy that you wanted to vote out his mama.
With her chest.
Like, You did to his face. Like, oh yeah, I probably put up your mom. Excuse me? 2.5. And you're lucky I can't go to like 2.3, 0.25. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go down lower, but I feel like a 2.8. You know, like I said, Red wouldn't have done that. And Red can have a 3, she can have a 2.5. She can't sit with him.
Blue stands rise.
And Chappell, get ready to hear the bullshit
that
I've been listening to.
Listen! Y'all, I have a theory.
Here we go.
My theory is Blue is a secret genius. Let me tell you why.
Go. No,
let me tell you why.
Go.
No,
let me Security. Let me out. Let me out of here.
Listen. Everybody, please listen before you just. I need y'all to listen with an open mind, and I need y'all to come with an open mind because I'm gonna be spitting. I think Blue's strategy of snitching on all her besties is better than it seems. Because first of all, the question is it intentional or is she just word mouthing? I think it's intentional. My proof is when Riley was HOH, she did it with her. When Felicia was HOH, she did it with her randomly. It felt random at the time, but now it seems like, okay, as soon as Felicia wasn't HOH, she stopped ratting to Felicia. When Riley wasn't HOH, she wasn't ratting to Riley. Now, when Jared was HOH, she was doing it a little more. And now Jared is her man. Izzy and them are running the game. She started to just rat to Izzy and Jared. I feel like it's a little more intentional than it is just her talking. And if she's intentionally trying to get in good with Izzy, Felicia, Cirie, who she knows, Felicia, Jared, Cirie, who she knows is the core, she's talked about being the core, then maybe she's just trying to make it to the end game. Maybe she's just like, my end game is literally sucking up to the Fields, being the fourth Fields, winning the last 2 comps, and winning the game. If I'm Blue, I think I could beat Cirie, Izzy, and Jared in comps. No shade to them. But if I'm Blue, I could see how I would be like, I could low-key just beat them and win the game. If that's her path, it's a better path than a lot of other these bitches. Like, it's a better path than a lot of other people. She actually has a chance to make it in the Final Four when I don't think a lot of these other people do. So honestly, I just feel a little bit better about her. I think it's more intentional than it might seem. And I think it could work better than anyone else, really, at this point. Like, other than the 3 Fields, Blue's probably getting the farthest in the game. And I just have to give her some points for that. And by some, I mean 1. And by 1, I mean so I'm giving her a 3.5. Because she's not that girl. And she really is not doing that well at all. And she's still ratting out her friends for no reason. But I do think it could be just a little bit more.
Like, okay,
it could be a little more intentional than it could be like, I kind of think I should do this in the back of her mind. And I think we're just ignoring the back of her mind. We need to get all up in there. 3.5, that's all. Mm-hmm. America. Lee, you start. How you feeling?
Miss America. I just feel like I feel so bad. I feel madly bad because I just feel like, one, she just gets dragged up and down Twitter 24/7. And I'm not gonna lie, I like America. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Like, is she playing the game good? No. But we gotta hate her a little bit. Like, is she not fun and festive? I think she's fun and festive.
Y'all, they out here calling America all types of things. So I saw I ain't even gonna get into it.
They've been calling America. She's getting called. I mean, it's getting crazy on the America thing pieces. And I'm like, I think she's just playing badly.
Right. Like, literally.
This is my favorite one. I don't know who started this one, but there are people saying that they feel like America is playing for Stan Twitter.
And that's what Chappell thinks.
Her only... That's what you think, Chappell?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I see how you tried me. You tried to play me. I was like,
but there are people who are saying, and it's like one person said it, and like I swear, like I just saw 50 million tweets, people repeating the same thing, that America is solely playing based off what she believes Stan Twitter, who she believes Stan Twitter likes, and they're thinking that America clearly thinks that Cameron is more liked than Cirie and them, and the only reason why she wants to target Cirie and them is that because she thinks America hates them. And it's like, I truthfully don't think that's the case. I think that Cirie, Izzy, Jared, like this culmination of people, they have been running the game since week 1. And I think America is just the type of player that she does not want to submit to the power structure. She does not want to go down just sucking up and maybe getting 6th place because she's cool with them. She wants to go out swinging. And there are players like that. It's not probably the smartest path, but it is a path. And I don't think that she's doing it because she thinks Twitter thinks this. I think that she fully thinks that, well, I'm not winning the game going with them. Like, and if I'm not winning the game, regardless at this point, then I might as well go out swinging, because that's what I would think. I think that she is a Big Brother stan just playing the game. I don't think she's playing for Stan Twitter. I think she's just a Big Brother stan. And a lot of us are always like, why would you just do what the power structure wants? I think this season, the power structure is Cirie. And yes, we love Cirie. So it's like anyone who goes against that, it's like, well, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you just want to submit to Mother? Because I would. But it's like, I fully understand that she does not just want to sit there, be nice, and get potentially 6th because she's loyal to them. However, the way she's going about trying to get them out is very sloppy. You know, she's not someone that has been able to reassure her allies or make them feel like she can be trusted. Like, she has the label is just untrustworthy as a loudmouth, someone that is going to backstab her allies. And that's why I feel like people like Jag and Blue, they're able to easily get misled into thinking America's the problem, because she has been this scapegoat for so long, and she doesn't have the influence or the agency in the game to kind of get rid of that. So what she truthfully needs to do if she wants to stay longer, not necessarily win, but stay longer, is kiss up. But it's like, I don't think that's necessarily her goal. I think her goal at this point is to try to make a big move and just go after this group. And that's not going to be good, because, baby, like, they will get you the fuck out, like, with ease. Like, she has a few targets in front of her, like Jag and Cameron. But, I mean, at this point, her and Jag are interchangeable the way he's throwing her under the bus. Like, they may think, well, Jag don't keep throwing America under the bus. Let's keep Jag and go after her. Like, I think it's very, very, everything she's doing this week can easily get out, because everything she has done has easily gotten out. And I will say, even though that, you know, she was approached this week with the flipping information, I just feel like after so many times what you've said other people have gotten ratted out, why would you be so loose-lipped with some information? Like, I would be scared to tell anyone anything in that house. And she just will, if she feels like the person is on her side for that hour, well, if he needs to go, Cirie's running the game, Jerry's laying to him, and this, and this. And it's like, all of this does not need to be said in one sitting. And then they usually just go and take the information and run it back to whoever she said it. So it's like, she's in a very sticky position. I think that, like I said, she really just needs to, at this point, I think, listen to Cory and kind of just suck up to Izzy, suck up to Cirie, and try to hope that you're in that final 6 and can win a comp, because that's really what Cory is banking on. But I don't even know. I think they're done with America. I think Cirie mentioned today that America can go. I think they're kind of just done with America. So, I'm gonna say it's a 3. I'm gonna say it's a
3.
Well, I really don't want to sit up here and say it's a 2 or 1. Because I do think that Cory is going to do everything in his power to protect her.
Yeah.
And
he's been on some America can go.
But that's the thing. It's like, he still thinks he's doing that in protection, because as soon as they say, well, let's get her out, it's, why would we take her out?
Yeah.
Like, he is not going to allow her to be targeted. He's going to try not to allow her to be targeted. So it's like, because of that, and because Cirie and Izzy like him so much, and even Izzy specifically, she wants to keep their relationship with Cory, I do think they might try to placate America for a little bit longer, but it's a big maybe. Like, I see her getting cut sooner rather than later, so I will just say it's a 3, but who knows? Maybe Cory will keep her safe.
I feel like it's interesting that Blue and America are back to back, because I feel like they're two extremes on how you could play this position. They're kind of in similar positions, not in the core adjacent. And Blue chose the extreme of snitching out literally anyone else and basically sucking up to them. I don't know if that's gameplay or not. That's her issue. With America, I know it's gameplay, but she chose the other extreme, which I think is the worst choice. Like, of the extremes to choose, I feel like Blues was a way better, way more likely for her to get to the end game, win some comps. The thing is, America is a super fan. She knows the end game comps. If she were to suck up, I don't necessarily agree with Lee in the term of, you know, or maybe I don't agree with America. I think America might not believe she could win if she sucks up. I think she probably low-key could. It's about to be top 11. If you suck up enough to not go home before Cam, Jag, and Bowie Jane, baby, that's top 7. And it's you and Cory. If Cory wins an HOH or you win an HOH, that gives you time. And I feel like it would have been more beneficial if she was sucking up so hard. If she had been sucking up the last 4 weeks, baby, they would be comfortable with her and Cory in final 6 instead of Blue and Cory. And so I do think, first of all, I think she's wrong, and I think she could just suck up to them and actually make it to the end game, or could have. It's too late now, Bookie. And secondly, I just think it's a terrible gameplay. And even if you're not gonna suck up, what you're choosing to do is make yourself the biggest target in the house by running around telling everybody Izzy got to go, running around telling everybody all of this. Girl, at least you just sit there. I don't know. I'd rather her just sit there low key. So I think she's actively playing, and she's actively playing bad. She's worsening her position actively. So for me, it got to be honestly a 2.
Oh, mother.
And that's honestly generous. Well, actually, it's a 1.5.
Oh,
let me tell you why.
That feels excessive.
Let me tell you why.
That feels excessive.
Next week, let me tell you why. Next week, if Cam wins veto, who's going home?
Jag.
But that thing, it could be Jag. He probably, what did he get? A 0.5. She got a whole extra point because it could really be America. It really could. So I'm gonna give her a 0.5. Maybe it's not.
Don't just my sister's name.
Yeah, that's just so much.
It feels bad, but it's actually. Do y'all like her, or is she?
Look, hold on. Don't get to lying on me. Let me tell you something about America. Yeah, don't get to lying on me. Don't look, because love don't get no higher than this, America. I'm sorry. This is right. This is your area right here. Man. So yeah, American Blue and even Cory and me to an extent, y'all all need to be in this. Let me just get some of these other people out. Let me stay under the radar for a little bit. If I win HOH, then I know where the power is because I'm aligned with them. Let me get some of these other people out. Then I'm in jury, boom. Like you said, final 7. That final 7, you start winning HOH. I don't, HOH or veto, that gets you the final. Right, exactly. Just like that. Win the veto.
Freaking Frankie Grande, like baby, no
right? No disrespect to my mother, but yeah, no, seriously, it's like America. Come on, so like when I give Blue credit, I was like, I don't know if I can give America credit because Blue is actively trying to be a -Fields. You know what I'm saying? That -Fields is doing a lot of work there. America, like, I don't want to be no -Fields. It feels like right, and
really, that's Whataburger.
Right, and that's a fine name. That's a fine name. It's like what you say, wonderful Whataburger. It's a fine name. It is. It is distinguished. It really is. And so, but it is not Fields. So being outside that, because guess what? The Whataburger, he got that hyphen. He Jared's best friend. He a Fields. Low key. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And he trying to keep you from being a Fields. I don't know about America. He's still throwing her under the bus.
You her last night.
Yeah, even he knows. I just need one more week. I just need another week, and I put all these pieces in front of me. Yeah, I win, and then I can put them up. They're gonna mess up to where I can have a reason to put them up eventually. So I feel like there's so many missed opportunities with her. It just is really bad, y'all. That 3 feels really high now. Now that we talked it out, y'all, it really does. It really does. You know what? People say she's playing for Stan Twitter, but I do think that this vibe she's giving is very like that Danny Briones, hyphen Donato.
It's like a fan playing,
right?
It's not that she's playing for the fans. She just is a fan. That's kind of how
Danny laid up in the house and it was like, I hate Jeff and Jordan. I hate Brendan and Rachel. I'm finna just start putting them up. And then she went home. But then she went home. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we always like, yes, Danny, yes, fight the power. Like, okay, we seen that
perfect. Comparison, like literally.
Yeah, we just need somebody to do something. That's why people was low-key popping their head up being like, well, Cam low-key kinda ain't this because we just crumbs, y'all. That's all we want. So I'm not gonna give her that much, but that 3, it feels
I'm tired and it's not changing.
I'm gonna give her the same 2.5 I gave Blue. They the same. But you won't notice, America. You don't notice.
Child. Let me do Jared Fields.
The actual Fields.
Yes, the actual
Fields. Everybody getting his last name.
Right. We like, are you sure Jared Washington? Not Pooh.
Okay, right. Who on it? So I gave him a 5 last week. That was generous. This week he's just actively played badly. My thing is with Jared, first of all, he does it a lot. He already actively plays badly. But my thing is with Jared is that I feel like he's just privileged. Like it's giving, like it's really nepotism out the ass. Like it's crazy. Without her, I don't think he would have went home week 2, but he would have not been here week 6. He would have went home where Red went home or high school. You know, like this nigga's not that good. He's actually bad. He's not, and that's the thing. I said it last week, and last week it was kind of like, is he? But I'll say it this week. He's not good socially because he actively is kind of just standoffish when he gets in moods. It's about his mood. And he gets really moody. And when he gets really moody, he kind of ruins everything about his game. Cory said it. He said, when this nigga gets mad, he did not say that. He said, when he gets mad, that his game is terrible. And I agree. And he gets mad often. He mad at Blue right now. The fuck you mad at Blue? When she goes snitch and tell everybody who your mama is. Like, come on. Like, I need him to think. So I just feel like he's not a thinker. And I'm tired of giving him ratings because of things his mom did. He's in a good position. I don't give a fuck. He could win the game. I don't give a fuck. He is a 3.
Oh.
And that's generous.
Oh. He lowered. He lowered. He lowered in Blue. There's he lowered in Blue.
Now,
talk to me.
Higher on Blue.
Did Blue? I'm finna ask y'all a question. Did Blue say that America needs to go before she did?
She said that Jack and America and like no. Blue will rat out her own mama in this game.
Right.
And so with Jared.
He literally has.
Blue hasn't ratted out Cirie. Jared ratted out Cirie.
I'm not here to defend Pooh. But putting Pooh below.
3 is crazy.
They can leave the same score.
Don't play. At least. Pharaoh, what you about to do? You about to leave it at 3?
3 is not crazy. So maybe 3.5 was what the crazy thing was.
Maybe honestly,
that 3.5.
The 3 makes sense only because it's like we have been trying to like Pharaoh said, like we have been considering the position for a while. We've been considering the position for a while.
This is how I'll describe it. And I don't know what I'm gonna change it to, but I might change it later. This is how I'll describe it. If Cirie was not in the game, Blue would make it farther than Jared by far. I still think Blue would make the end game. I don't think Jared would make it to jury. And I think that's kind of what I'm feeling this week. It's like, you suck. But I might change it later. I'm going to keep it for right now, though. Chappell, how you think?
I got to go higher than 3.5. Got to. Because there's... 100%. I got to. And here's why. Because, if you leave Jared to his own devices, we saw what happened. The Cirie's in the kayak. Jared just went and just decided to just blow everything up. Everything was a mess. He mad at everybody. It's a hot ass mess. Cirie comes back, cut the camera, smack him around a little bit, and then she sends him off to his mission, and he accomplishes the mission accordingly. He does. We know that he can learn. I have not seen that capacity from Blue. I've not seen that people come to Blue and be like, Blue, this is what you need to do, and then Blue be like, oh. And then just goes and does another thing. She just does what she wants to do. And sometimes Jared does too, but we know that he has the ability to do those things. I've yet to see that capacity from Blue.
That is true.
So that's why they can't sit in the same section. They can't sit right next to each other. Now, Pooh also, look, this ain't even got nothing to do with him. I just have to say this because I'm so tired of hearing about these damn participation trophy ass vetoes and competitions, right? And I'm not saying this to defend Pooh. I'm saying this to defend another fallen queen. Let me talk about Davon real quick.
Period.
Okay.
So people will always say Davon can't win competitions. She's bad at competitions, blah, blah, blah. These are the people who win competitions, y'all. People be fluking in the competitions. People throw challenges all the time. Sometimes somebody hit the wrong button. You hit the right button. It happens. Stop telling these folks that they not good at Big Brother competitions because they lost a couple of these carnival games, y'all. Because the same way y'all be like, Davon not good at competition. Now y'all telling Jared, who is winning competition, he's not good at them either. So which one is it? Are you good because you won, or you good because
they are both bad? They are both bad.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You can both be bad, and you can both be bad. But what I'm saying is, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Like if they both bad, say that. But you don't go in and look at somebody tally marks on the damn Wikipedia page and be like, I don't think they're gonna do well in this competition because they weren't good at rolling the ball down the hill that one time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't want to win it that one time. Maybe they weren't trying to win it that one time. Again, this is a PSA for Davon and not for Jared. Jared, you have no right to this rant I'm on. Okay, you have no right. You've been trying to win competitions. You shouldn't even want to win. You've been winning competitions. You should have lost.
Literally, though.
I can't give you much more poo. I'm sorry. You get the 4. He gets a 4.
Okay, that's good.
He gets a 4. But again, that was not pro poo. That was pro Davon. Justice for my girl. She didn't win all the comps, but damn, she didn't have to win all the comps. They didn't need her. They didn't need to win all the comps. Everybody don't have to win all the comps all the time. Leave her alone. Sometimes you just mess up. It's okay.
Period. Chappell. Period. Chappell Rogers.
It is.
I feel like with Blue, I think I'm gonna go with the 4.
With Pooh,
girl.
With Pooh, Hunted.
You said the 4. Amen.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the 4 because and mainly it's because of position. I think I would be way lower on Jared if he was not in the position he's in, and it's mainly because of Cirie. Like Chappell, you said a great thing. Like, because he kind of gets the tutoring from his own mom, we're able to see him learn. There are a lot of players where we're like, if they learn more about Big Brother, if they get the skills, like a lot of people come in as recruits, like if they learn what the game is and come back for another season, then we can see them do better. Like Jared is getting that in real time. Like in real time, his mom is like, clean it up a little bit. And he goes and fixes it. It's just another reason, another way that he has an advantage over so many other people because his mom is Cirie and she's running the game. But I mean, it's hard to ignore like some of the things that he does on his own. Like when his mom was locked up, like he completely ruined so many of his connections. He ruined so many of his connections for absolutely no reason. Almost like broke up the entire Crossroads Alliance for to have Cory in America actively targeting them, like because he was upset. Like all because he was upset.
At a rumor, like, mind you.
And literally, and it's like you can be upset, but then start when Cory's trying to have a conversation with you. I have nothing to say. I mean, you know what it is. I mean, American could go like that is just. That's not
childish. Is what it is.
Gameplay. It's not good
bad gameplay. Bad.
And it's sad that like it's sad that we. I feel like it just sucks because Jared's the type of player to where like he's definitely going to be in the end game and he has the potential to win. So it does suck that he kind of, in my opinion, gets to play on this easier level where he gets to make so many mistakes and all of it gets fixed. Because he's never going to fully understand what it's like to play this game. Like even if he wins, he's going to come out thinking, "I'm this great player," and it's like no, all of your mistakes got fixed along the way. And it's just, it really sucks because it's the 4 mainly because of the help that Cirie has done. It really is.
I agree.
Yeah, and people hate my boy Jared. They do, and I get it too because honestly, we talked about this. You see people mess up, you want to see them get. You know what's coming to them. You messed up. You played bad in the game. Now this is what happens when you make bad decisions in the game. That's what that's the point. That's why we watch the show. Look at you making a bad move. What is that going to lead to? With Jared, we never know because Cirie grabbed, like you said, grab her mop. She grabbed and get to clean it, and she gets to cleaning stuff up. And so y'all mentioned Ty from Big Brother Canada. You know, like he came out the house. He like, no, y'all don't understand. I had full control. No, you won 9 competitions in a row. You did not have full control of anything. You didn't, but because he was able to win, now he always gets to tell that story. Like, I was doing a lot, even though I was just winning. Like, it was more than you won. So we kind of have to let you make it. I think a lot of people are very afraid of that for Jared, that he can go through the game with little adversity, making as many mistakes as he does, and then still win. I can see why people are pushing back.
Yeah, like please, King. But Cory, who's an interesting one. Chappell, how do you feel about Cory?
Again, this is hard. This is hard because I like Cory. I do. He's not a Fields, but he's trying to latch on, so he got the right idea. But his gameplay is all over the place. Sometimes you feel like Cory got it. He wake up in the morning, he talking to the cameras, he's telling us exactly what we want to hear. Boom, boom, boom. America's playing for Stan Twitter. He's getting the tweets too. He's like, okay, cool. All right, this is what I need to do. And then it's like Cory is one of the real people who are like falling victim to the Fields twist, right? There's a few people in the house who are not. They're just bad. Jag, Cameron, Bowie, Blue. There's nothing. That twist is not the reason why you're down there. That is not the reason. It's stop it.
Flops.
Yeah, Cory. Yeah, Cory. The twist is kind of on his ass. Just it is. It is. Now it's not all the twists. By now, Cory, you should not even think that you got Jared that much. You know you got Jared to an extent, but you have identified. The entire house has identified that Jared is really cool with Felicia, really cool with Cirie, really cool with Izzy. You two should be acting like that. And sometimes he does. And other times you be like, damn, Cory, I know you know this is going to get back. It hasn't really bit him in the butt yet. I think he plays very sloppy for somebody who knows how the game is done. He knows what kind of player Jared is. He knows Jared going to be like, well, why don't I just put America up? He knows that. He actively has a final two with this person. And he be poking him. He be doing stuff to make Jared annoyed. And you're like, bro, why are you doing that when all you got to do is let that man talk? Get going about your day. But he be pushing buttons. So I hate to be repetitive because we just gave him a 5. I mean, y'all just gave him a 5, but I say we because I be in the kingdom too and I be in the chat. You just gave him a 5. But I do think 5 is probably appropriate because he could go either way. Cory went HOH this week. There's a world where Cory could say, yeah, let's forget it. Let's just put up Cirie and Felicia or Cirie and Izzy or whoever's left. He could do that. That's not necessarily the best move for him. He might go down and be like the one to take out Cameron to try not to get no blood on his hands or something like that. So there are things that he can do, and a lot of the results aren't up to him. Like at the end of the day, does Cirie want you to be successful this week? That's what's going to be determining factor. And so I feel bad for him, but I can't give him higher than a 5.
Lee, how you feel?
I feel like yeah, I mean, a lot of what you said, Chappell, like I've been really saying that a lot too. Like, it sucks that he's someone that his full core, like his allegiances, is to Cirie, Izzy, and Jared, and it's very similar to like a DX and a Claire in the Cookout season BB23, where like since they were so closely aligned with the people in that alliance, as the season went on, things just stopped making sense fully for them because they were not included in the actual end game. And I think that's Cory's issue. He believes that Jared, Izzy, and Cirie are playing for them, the crossroads, the 4, and that's not the case. They're playing for the 3. So a lot of the time, what he thinks is the best for what they should be doing, it's not what they're going to think. And as the game goes on, that's just going to happen more and more. Like Cirie and Izzy, like specifically this week, like they push back on Jared going after Cory, but it's like they can still only do so much. Like at some point, like he'll just get to top 6 and then what? He goes because they realize he's smart. They don't want to be in the end game with him because he's also been exposed for expressing that he wants to beat them in those end game comps and take them out. So it's like they're not going to let him get to like a top 5-4 situation. So it's just like he's really fucked. He's just period. He's really fucked because his plan, his goal has been, me and Jared, we stick together. We get to top 8. We flip with the Blues, the Americas, and the Mats, and we take them out. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen at all. And that is the game that he's trying to play for. And I was really excited this week, actually, when America told him the information. He was like, well, maybe I shouldn't be as low as this group. Maybe I should win an HOH because for him, he needs to realize that Final 4, it's honestly similar to Mimi. Like, that alliance is not real for you. That's not the real end game, and you are going to get played because you don't have any other options. And with Cory, like, it sucks because the other options are also just terrible, and they also want to just suck up the Cirie in them. So it's like he's really just pigeonholed at this point to try and be in this spot. And I think he recognizes that and he plays that role well. He tries to protect America in that, and that's something else that he just does not do well at because that ship has sailed, and he does good at protecting himself, which I really, really like. But when it comes to also protecting the America part about it, it's not good. And she took a bad hit this week, which in turn I do think affects him because that's someone that can help him in a position if she wins HOH when we're down there with the Ciries and Izzy's and Jared's. And she's definitely going to be leaving soon. I'm going to say it's a 4 for Cory as well. I just feel like, like I said, even though that Cirie and Izzy are looking out for him, like the the end goal, like his plan is to somehow team up with Jared and do this big coup to take over the game. And that's like I keep saying, that's just not gonna happen. So unless he starts making some other, I feel like, movement to change that, then I can't go that much higher.
Yeah. My problem with Cory is I feel like he is I feel like he's less he's risk averse. And I feel like he is not going to take risk when he needs to. I feel like even if they get to the 8 and it's to the time of his plan, if everyone's not on board, I don't think Cory will be on board. Cory seems like someone who's just very afraid to stick his neck out or stand out. And in this game, there's vital times where you have to. And I don't even see him doing it if America wins HOH. I see if America wins HOH, him telling her, well, we should definitely just get out Cameron. He is telling her now. He's telling her now, Cameron, then Jag. That's stupid. I'm sorry. It just really is not good. It just is not good. And it shows me that he is going to be risk averse. When Cameron won his HOH and everyone thought Cameron would be a normal person and just talk to people, I didn't think Cory would pitch Cirie or Izzy or them. And I still don't feel like he would have. I think he would have went up there and he would have been like, well, Cameron, you know that the house kind of wants Bowie. Like he would have said some normal shit instead of actually trying to take a shot against the power structure, which is a pro in the sense that this structure could help him get to the end, but it's just a con in so many other ways, especially with America, someone who's not going to relay that specific information. She's not going to relay that. So you can tell America to do it, and I don't even think he will. And I think that that's my issue. When he gets to the 8 and Jared is clearly not down, he's going to end up not being down. He's going to be like, okay, we can just do the crossroads. And then they're going to get to the 6 and you're like, Jared, can we? And Jared's going to be like, no. And he's like, okay, we'll go to the 4. If he's not even going to get to the 4, he's going to go to the 6. So it's like I don't have faith in that he's going to be able to take a shot, just because I don't think he's like ready for that. I think if he was like 3-4 years older, maybe. I hate to bring the age in, but I feel like that could be a factor with Cory because he plays a little reserved in that regard. And the contract with him in America, especially with the age difference, it kind of feels like America's just like she's confident, she's cool with it, she don't give a fuck. And Cory does not have a not give a fuck bone. Cory gonna give a fuck. He's gonna battle you about putting up Jag. He's gonna battle you about why you're not talking to me today. Izzy didn't talk to me enough. Izzy just told me this. Jared might not. He is very meticulous, and sometimes you gotta let loose, which sounds stupid and crazy, but I promise it'll work sometimes. But that's it. Felicia,
ain't he?
Why is she so high up here?
Ain't he?
Oh, because Mari was giving out 6s. I know that's right, Queen.
I know that's right, Mari.
Felicia, I gave her a 4.5 because it was on the brink already for her. And now she's going home. This was a very specific situation. They had to blindside Cam, and Cam had to have won the HOH for this to have happened. So it was very niche, but it happened, babes. And she is now the result, like she's going home as a result, which sucks. I feel like there was just not much she could have done to get out of this. Because even if they weren't setting up the Felicia needs to go, even if she didn't route out Cirie, even if she never went against them, if she was fully up Cirie's ass and loyal, she would still be going home right now, 100%. Like, it wasn't because of that. It genuinely, that's not the reason.
Yeah,
Cam just won HOH. Cam just won HOH. He would have put up Izzy and Felicia regardless. Felicia would have went home regardless. So even though she made mistakes, her being evicted isn't technically because of her mistakes. And I think she just would have went home at this point regardless of that. So that's why I'm like, I feel negative on that, but I'm not going to equate that to her eviction. She's still going home. She couldn't do much campaigning because Cirie was literally tied to her all week. And honestly, I don't know if there was much she could do because the amount of control Cirie has is astronomical, out of this world. Never seen it before. So I don't think Felicia would have succeeded anyways. So I'm not too mad at her. And honestly, I'm going to give her, what am I going to give her? She still did do all that shit. I give her 2.5.
Yeah. 2.5.
What you gonna give her, a 5? Chappell, what you gonna give her?
I can't go no look. She has never been as messy as Jared has been in this house. She been sloppy. But she can never. Yeah. Like if we're talking about her position right now, yeah. But if I'm looking at somebody, look, Red got a 3. So Felicia's higher than Red. That's just automatic. Because Felicia could find her way into a majority alliance. And she won HOH. She was not an immediate target right after she won HOH. You know, so Felicia, I feel like she aligned with Cirie, but she did not all the way align with Cirie. I feel like Izzy snuggled right up under Cirie's ass crack right there and just kind of got nestled in there and was like, I'm a Fields. Felicia was like, oh, Cirie like my cool homegirl, like my auntie friend that like next door. You know what I'm saying? Like we go to bingo together, maybe go to meet at the grocery store every now and then. You know, I see her around. We cool. We not coming for each other, but we also, you know, like she grown, I'm grown, you know. But that was your mistake because this is going to be Felicia here. It could have been Izzy, but Izzy said, no, I am your child. It is me. It is me. You protect me. You know, and so Izzy just made a better decision about who to go after. But I think Felicia showed some promise. I think that if she played again, you know, I think she has the opportunity to do well in the game. You know, I think some of these people could never be good Big Brother players. Could never. I think, you know, Bowie, Jane, the people that we just now talked about. A lot of them people are actively playing bad. I think Felicia was in a good spot and ended up in the son of Adam. Remember, anyway, it ended up in the position where, if people get targeted, you get targeted. It happens. So she gonna be going here, but I can't give her less than a 5, because she ain't really do a lot wrong. She made some little errors, but she made little errors that a good Big Brother player could possibly make. You know what I'm saying? She talked too much, cool, but she wasn't going out here just burning her allies left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like pissing off the entire house. She did a little something every now and then. But give my auntie what she deserves. I gotta give her a 5 at least. I ain't gonna give her no 6 because Mari be wilding, but I give her a 5.
Period.
Yeah, it really sucks for Felicia because, like you said, like the things that she was kind of getting in trouble with Cirie about, it's not why she's going home. It's because Cameron won this HOH and he was going to take a shot at the big 3. He had been clocked, you know. Cirie's the president. Who's the secretary?
And Izzy the secretary.
Period. Yes. So it's like he's been clocked this 3, and I think that this was going to be his game plan. Even his first freak week potentially, if Red wasn't telling him, "Oh, I'm so loyal to Cirie, don't go after Cirie." You know what I mean? I think he definitely been with took a shot. But it just sucks that Felicia's the collateral damage here. You know what I mean? It's like because she was attached to this group. And, you know, of course, Cirie, Izzy were doing everything to protect themselves, and Jared, like, a situation like this was bound to happen. Like once you go up next to one of them, this could have been a Mimi. It could have been anyone in their group next to Izzy probably goes home because they would have made sure they got those votes. And like I said, she is just the collateral here, and it sucks because she's the archetype we don't usually get. I literally watching her play this season. It's like home almost. Like I feel like I know this woman. I feel like I know this woman. I've sat with this woman. I've talked to this woman. I know so many women like Felicia. So it just sucks. You know, she's our second oldest house guest of all time, the oldest woman house guest. It's just like she represents so many things, and it just sucks that we lose her in such. It's just like an arbitrary and stupid way. Like I just like I would have wished she just got drugged to the end and cut or something. Or I would have loved that because like just for the experience. But like in her time here, it's like I just feel like I love that considering the things that really were stacked against her, being one of the oldest house guests this season. Like she, you know, went against all of that. She won an HOH. She was making alliances. She had some strong connections. Like she played the hell out of this game. You know, like with the position she had, she really played the hell out of it. And I'm happy to like just watch her do it. And it really, really sucks that she's leaving. I still haven't fully accepted it. I feel like something gonna motherfucking happen. It needs to be a twist or something.
Yes, like, twist it up.
Extend this jury. I don't fucking know. Like, I just don't feel like my mother is leaving. But right now, she is next to Izzy. And we've known this entire week with her being next to Izzy that she's going home. So I will say, because she is nominated this week, I'm gonna go with 3. I'm not gonna sit her out with no terrible score because I really don't think she's a terrible player. I don't. I think that she got too comfortable. She started speaking a little bit too much, but I don't feel like there was ever a point where they would have genuinely nominated her and got Felicia out, like Cirie and Izzy and them. If they were still in power, she would not be going home this week. Literally, she would not even be up. She wouldn't be nominated. It wouldn't be an issue for Cirie. If anyone else had one HOH. Felicia should be good right now. Like this is the worst possible outcome, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I will say this though: she completely neglects that side of the house, though. That, like, you know, she has those alliances because Cirie does some good work keeping Jag around, you know. But But Jag, Bowie, Jane, Blue, they really don't have no relationship with Felicia like that. Their relationship is through the Fields family to Felicia, you know. And so it's like she could have actively tried to keep her spot a little bit better, you know. She got comfortable, and it happens. Yeah. But yeah, Felicia is not the worst Big Brother player we've ever seen. She's not the worst one who's gone home so far. She is not the worst one in the game. So you know, so let's give her flowers because we might not ever get another Felicia. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We don't get a lot of that, you know, because especially we fight for these diversity casts and whatever, and we get it. Oh, and then she actually showed up. Yeah, if she gotta go, she gotta go. But make no mistake, she did the thing. Okay, Annie, you did it. That's cool. Period. Yeah,
and we never gonna forget this, Felicia. We never gonna forget.
Period.
Felicia for the challenge. Let's go.
Period.
Amen. I know that's
right. Fling Izzy in the hall brawl.
Right. Pole wrestle.
Bye.
Izzy, let's take her out. Okay.
Chappell, how you feel about Mimi?
Huh? Oh.
Please.
Yes, Felicia Bananas. Okay. Mimi. Mimi is doing what America should be doing, what Blue should be doing. She has gotten right up in that field crevice, and she's kicking it. And I think she should be doing that. I just wish I knew more about what Mimi's end game is here. Because she has had opportunities to create those things. We saw Cory and America basically begging for her to, like, them first weeks. Everybody on Twitter was like, yes, Cory, America, Mimi, that's the three right there. They go, you know, and she was just letting them go by. She's about to lose what I guess her number one ally in the game right now with Felicia. That's not great. If she wins HOH, she would be wild. It would be a wild move to come after Cirie. So I'd have to assume she's only going to go after Cameron, as they've all been saying that they would, which doesn't really improve her spot. But, you know, it does keep her in the house another week. I think that she's fine. I think she's doing fine. And I think a lot of us are really hoping that she does more. And we don't get a lot from Mimi. So that's another reason why we just accept that she's doing, like, in her mind, she's doing exactly what we need her to do. But I need to see something. You gotta show me exactly. You gotta show me something, Mimi. She's the Reds, she's the Delta, so I can't hate. You know, as the Bros, I gotta, you know, I show love to the Reds whenever they get a chance. You know, they out here. I do have questions though, because I think Kirsten was the Reds too, and you just didn't even give that girl sympathy vote. None of my business. I'm Omega. I said a Delta business. But for me, she's self-interested. That's all I'm trying to say. She's self-interested. So I'll be damned. But I really want to know what her next move is, and I don't know. But for me, I don't even know if she's better than Felicia. I don't. I think that, you know, we hope that she is. She's going to outlast her. But is that really because of her doing, or is it that just because Felicia had worked herself into an obvious position of power? Is Mimi actively trying to stay out the way, or is she just kind of like not able to crack that alliance? I really don't know. And so I'm going to give her a 5 this week as well. Just tie her up with Felicia, because I can't really tell where one game's end and another one starts.
Yeah, I do think with Mimi, I do think it's intentional that she's being discreet and she's trying to play under the radar, but it's just so under the radar, it's interesting because I feel like with Mimi, if she wins with this game, it will be very interesting to think about and analyze. Like, you were intentionally being damn near invisible, and Mimi is killing the being invisible. So if it's intentional, which I think it is, then she's killing being invisible. And I do think because her position is with the Fields family, she could make the end game final 5-6 area. And if she could win a few comps, I think she could make it to the end. But baby, is you gonna beat the Fields? I don't know if she can win this game. And she's not working to really achieve that. This vote is super important for her, and she's put zero energy into it. And I think I feel for Mimi, because I think she's assuming, baby, Miss Felicia is black. Why do I have to put in work? Like, and for me, I know if I was in the house, I would think that, because this is Big Brother. But Mimi is clearly like, that's a black girl. You know, if you're white and you're watching this, you want to know who a black girl is? That's Mimi. Like, Mimi is really just, I think she's for it. I really think she's for the brown sugar babes. And because of that, I think she's assuming, girl, Jared, Cirie, me, we're keeping Felicia. The vote's cool. Bowie's keeping her. She's probably just going to stay. And if she's thinking that, she'd be wrong. And if she's wrong, it's like, it sucks because you're fully wrong and you're not in that position and you're not in a good spot in that term. But also on the flip side, it's like, I can understand why she would feel that way. way. So for me, it's a little bit weird. I still think she can make the end game. I think she could win some comps. I just don't have hope in the rest of her game. If your game is playing under the radar, winning the last couple comps and winning, people have won like that. So that is a good strategy if you can actually get in that position, and she has. But it's just not that's only one path to the win. She's not opening her horizon. It's just very rigid, and it could easily go away, and she could easily lose. It's just a risky play to play it with this one strategy the whole way, and I think that's what she's doing. So that's why I'm like, ugh. But her position is still good, and I still think she can make it to the end. But I'll give her a 4.5 this time.
Yeah, Lee, answer me this. Who finna put their neck on the line for Mimi in these last, if she does make it to the end game, right? Like, let's say she has to make a move, she puts somebody on the block. Who finna go to bat for her the next week? Nobody. How is she not going home? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, like literally no one, and that's why I'm saying like this is a very pivotal week for her. I wish that, and that's why I'm saying like she's playing under the radar game, but this is a week where it shows like it's teetering the line of like, is she potentially just there? Because Felicia is someone who I think could have been a number for her, and Felicia staying in the game, it forces Jared and Cirie to placate the Brown Sugar Babies a little bit more. Because I don't think this is an alliance that they're just wanting to just turn on willy-nilly. Like the only reason why this alliance is getting turned on this week is because Felicia is next to Izzy. You know what I mean? If this was anybody else, they just would have went easily and it would have been nothing. And I feel like with Felicia going here, they have no reason to placate the Brown Sugar Babies as much anymore. They've already easily, very quickly, would just leave Mimi out as soon as she disagrees with them doing anything. And now she has no one like in Felicia slipping up and telling her information. Like if she doesn't go and get the information from Cirie her damn self, no one is going to tell her anything outside of this group now at all. And I just think that's dangerous because she already basically refuses to make allies with anyone outside of the Brown Sugar core and who they choose to bring in. But now it's like you're losing one of your biggest connections within this core. And that truthfully scares me because, you know, Izzy, Cirie, and Jared are now talking about going to Final Five with Matt and Blue and things like that. And like, where does Mimi fit in that? When we get to the top 6 or top 7, okay, Cory and America may keep you safe, but will Matt and Blue keep you safe? And at this point, it would be great if she were to go and make a connection with them, but I'm still not seeing that happening. And this week, it really upsets me because I'm like, it don't really upset me, but it's just like it sucks to see because it's like she should be wanting to keep Felicia here. You don't really know where the votes are, and you're not trying to do anything to, I thought, even get the votes. So it just, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the 4. I just feel like the longer she stays in the game and does not make any more connections, the worse off she's just going to be. Like, I did potentially see the end game where she's there with potentially the Brown Sugar Babies and Cory in America, and she's good. But now that these Blues and these Mats are still here, and they're inching more towards the end, you have no connection with them. Like, it's going to just continue to get bad for her. And I don't see any promise from that. And I was hoping, you know, her potentially getting blindsided. Because remember at first, at the beginning of last week, when they took out Red, you know, they were going to leave her out of the vote, but they ended up telling her. Yeah. I was hoping she can wake up from that, but she didn't because they ended up leaving her out. This week, it's like, oh, if they vote out Felicia, will she wake up? I think they're just going to convince her that they don't have the votes, which Felicia does not have the votes at all. They really don't. Like even if all the Brown Sugar Babies voted the same way, everyone else in the game wants her out. However, they do have the influence to stop that, but at this moment, she just don't have the votes. And like I said, Mimi is not even aware of that, I don't think. So she'll be easily, I feel like, convinced by Cirie and Jared. Well, girl, I mean, there's nothing we can do. And then she'll just be blindly loyal. And that sucks. Because I don't mind her being up under the Fields family, but I would love if she was like, I'm intentionally being here. I'm making a connection here. I'm making a connection here. Because if she had a relationship with Blue and Matt, then she'd be unstoppable. No one's taking her out. She's good.
Yep. 100%. She remember was it Tommy Bracco? I want to say he had found himself right at the, he was in the Grateful and all that other Undeniable and Tintastic or whatever they were. He had found his way right there in the middle of that and then the other side of the house. And that's kind of what Mimi has done as well, where she's kind of like just right there in the middle. But like Tommy ran out of space. Eventually ran out of runway. There was nobody who was going to go to bat for him when he needed Cliff and Mecole to go to bat. They were like, bro, we'll check our chances with Mickey and the lampshade. Yeah, her. And so but that's what I'm saying. Like, you ran out of space, and I think Tommy was a much more active player than Mimi. He was putting himself in that position. She just happened to be there, and I'm like, you got to turn it on. I know we want a lot for her, but she's not giving us a lot.
Yeah. Lee, how do you feel about Matt?
Mateus, Matthew Fields. The thing with Matthew, it's like I want to give it to him. I want to see what the other girls are seeing, and I guess because he does these great self-interested things, like I guess potentially trying to bring in America in that way, making final twos with Jag, making a relationship with Blue, having a good relationship with Cirie and Jared, to the fact that they want to bring him into key information, but then he just does whatever Cirie wants, but at the end of the day, like I remember at the beginning of this week, he wanted Izzy to go too, and I think honestly it would be smarter for Izzy to go for Matt's game here, because she leaving, it would leave an opening for him to get closer to the Cirie and Izzy's and the Ciries and Jareds of the world, and it's like he had that great instinct to see it, but then he did no work to enact that. And I think it's because he's someone that's still learning the game. I think he's picking it up well, but of course he's learning it, I feel like, through Cirie. So she's only gonna, help him so much. Like, you're not gonna outdo the master. You're not gonna outdo the teacher, okay? And his full loyalty is to her. And as long as his loyalty is to Cirie, he's never gonna be able to get to the end and really win it, because his self-interest stops at that. Like, okay, well, Cirie wants me to do this, then I'm gonna go and do this. So I'm gonna say a 4.5. Because I feel like I just gotta be low on everybody this week. I don't care. I gotta be low on everybody. Everybody pissing me the fuck off. Everybody throwing everybody under the bus, and everybody want to be a Field. So it's just like, I feel like he's basically throwing away his entire game to help Cirie, Izzy, and Jared get to the end, and that's what's going to end up happening. Yeah, I feel like with Matt, I think it's a conversation with the Matt, Mecole, Blue of it all, because I think all three of them have the same opportunity, and I do think Blue and Matt have both actively worked on each other, and I think they both know they can potentially be in the end game. And that's why, like, Blue replaced Jag with Matt, or she's trying to. She started having one-on-ones with him. I don't really trust Matt. They agree they don't trust Jag, and they don't trust America. They made a bond. This is what Mimi could have been doing with American Cory or whoever. And she hasn't. But now that these three people might be at the end game with the Fields, it's like Matt and Blue have the opportunity to, if Blue wins, she was probably going to take out Mecole. And if Matt wins, he's probably going to take out Mecole instead of each other. So for me, and Blue and Matt could win those comps, I believe. They're competitive players. They're performing a little better. So it's like, for them, I think they could have each other, and that could help them in the end game. So I think Matt could make it to the end, and I think he's worked on Blue in a way that it could actually help him if she wins one of those last cups. Even at top 6 or 7, where he could get cut, it could be Blue who's winning, and he could not get cut. And I like that about him, and he's like intentionally working her. Even if America wins, now she has this bond with him. He's gave her information that she gave to Cory. So Matt is kind of safe in a way. Who's gonna take him out? He's really, really safe, and I like that. And it is intentional, I think. Girl, you never know. So I like it. I do think his position is still good. It's just the whole I love Cirie of it all. Like, that's just not going to get you anywhere. So for me, it's going to be a 5. It's kind of going to start capping at there until he starts being a Fields. Like, he needs to stop. Which is never going to happen. So
exactly. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. I can't put them with Mecole and Felicia and Cory because, like I said, I see them. They could be in a better position. They're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Matt was with those people that we gave 0.5s. Remember, Matt was aligned. That was his alliance week 1.
Yeah.
His whole alliance down there getting 0s and 1s. And where's he at? Sitting right next to the queen. Okay. Now, he did what needed to be done. The way Blue rat people out, nobody rats like Matt rats. You know what I'm saying? That's Matthew Fields. Okay. So I can't give him a 5. I'll probably give him a 5.5. And he's that low because of exactly what you said. Izzy should be going home right now, Matt, You should be fighting tooth and nail to keep Felicia in this house because then you are Izzy. You are the new favorite child. All you got to do is if you just let her go, bro. Yeah. But he doesn't have that he doesn't got that little extra something that'll push that button. You know, he can't do it. I don't know if he want to. I don't know if he just ain't got it in him. But that's why I can't put him at a 6 because I feel like at a 6 you have the capacity to do something about your position in the game when you see it.
Yeah,
and I feel like he's right below that. Like I can see that Izzy's right here. Her head's on the chopping block. Mm-hmm. Is there a way I can say, Felicia, what do I need to do? And he's not making it happen. Losing Izzy, losing Felicia is bad for his game, and so I can't reward him. 5.5.
And I don't know if I'm going to move him down for this, but I just recalled like with last week when Jag was going home,
missed opportunity.
He did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. He is like the king of doing nothing if he needs to do something. You know, and that's also an issue. Like you saved Jag with the power, but you needed the approval of the queen. And then when Jag was finna go up, you didn't want him to go and you didn't want him to be nom, but you did nothing to convince people that. When honestly he tried
to push America. He was like, well, America. and thought that was gonna do something.
And that's not saving. And that's it. But he did try, you're right, he did try to push America. I don't think I'll change him, but it's like that's another thing, like
deduction.
Yeah, deduction. Like, you almost at the 4.5. Izzy is on the block, but that girl not going. Do you know that I didn't even worry about Izzy going home this week? I forgot.
What?
She was
not
on
one
the
bit.
Not one. I forgot she was on the block. And Cirie wasn't even talking game. Cirie was in the kayak, and
I knew she was fine. Fine.
She's good.
She's okay.
Going off on Bowie, still good.
Right.
She's not going
still good.
So I'm not worried about Izzy, and when Izzy stays, baby, she's going to the end game. Still, like I don't think the structure of the house has changed, thanks to a lot of people being stupid. Blue is stupid. Cory still want to suck their dick. America's dumb as fuck. Like it's not gonna change unless they boss up. That's the thing. I think the issue is they a bunch of weak ass niggas. Like they're just weak. Jag is scared. He wants to suck up. Cory is scared. They're genuinely scared. If you want to describe the emotion, Cory is scared. He is afraid to buck up. America's the only bad bitch in the house. Dead ass.
And she goes.
And Cameron, wait, because Cameron said, "Look." But nah,
get him, Chappell. Get him, Chappell.
No, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. But girl, Izzy's good because they too scared of her and her mama and her brother. She is quite literally making the final 3 as the Fields family will. So she's on the block, but damn, do I want to change to 6 or do I want to keep it there? Like she's in jury now, like she's good. She's made great bonds. Cory thinks that that's his bestie. The way Cory thinks Izzy got his back is low-key a little crazy. What are you talking about, Buki? Please be serious. Cory was like, that's the thing. They almost started a flip. Cory was like, I'm not flipping on Izzy. America was like, well, maybe Izzy, maybe not. Blue's not the problem. Like, okay, King. So she's on the block, but I'm gonna give her, if I'm at a 5, she's a 5.5. I can't do it. She's a 5.5. Lee, thoughts?
Honestly, yeah, I'll stick with the 5.5 as well. Literally, if she wasn't nominated, I probably would have just went higher.
Yep.
But she did take a shot this week. She is a nominee, you know. And, you know, the word is kind of getting out more, of course, with this group going up. Cameron is trying to spread the word. Of course, these are the people who are working together. But it's just getting to the point where it's like, they have done so much work strategically and socially, like that there was just no shot at all of her going. Like I said, like I don't even think it's necessarily like that they like Izzy. It's just that she's done so much work to keep them in order, in line, that they're not going to default from that at all. Like the core of Cirie, Izzy, and Jared, they're so, I don't know, like it's just, I mean, this usually happens in Big Brother. Like, once the core is set and we have the majority formed, like, the outsiders, they're usually not able to come together because they're all on the same mindset of, like, sticking with this is what's safer. And Izzy is in the core of that. I think she's done a lot of active work to keep it up, to keep it going. And honestly, I feel like if she was playing self-interested, she would be up there with Cirie in terms of, like, win equity, I would say, like truthfully, but she's not playing for herself. She's playing for Cirie and her son, and that's really where the points get deducted, because I think she is easily in one of the best spots if she's not playing for herself, if she's not playing for someone else. But
she is, which is why I might want to bring her down to 5. But if I do that, I gotta change everybody's score. Chappell, what you think?
Yeah, I was thinking too. I was like, man, I should come down to 5.5. But then I was like, but then her and Matt can't be on the same level. So I can't change everybody because that knocks every. I mean, I'm talking about it's like a domino effect. Like, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And so I'm good with Izzy being a 6. But the idea that she's like, I'm not gonna use the veto. I can't lose my mama, y'all. That's my mama. Like, y'all can tweet about it. Yeah, exactly. Until you turn Blue Kim in the face, y'all can tweet about it. Let her, that's wild. That's wild behavior, Izzy. And you didn't have to make that choice. I would have loved to see if she had made it, but she didn't have to take that choice. So I don't really know if she was being honest. It looked genuine to me that this woman is like willing to throw her game away to an extent for her mom. That is her mama. So who are me to judge? But everything else y'all said is true. I think the positives about Izzy is that she has not neglected the other side of the house. When she started working back, like going and making a relationship with Cory, that's when I was like, okay, look at you. Because now you can see that, like, if this starts to chip away, now you got people outside of the Fields family. Like I said, Cory is like, he outside the guard. Like they say, he's knocking on the door of the Fields family. He holding on to Jared for dear life. But now you got Cory who might go to bat for you, who we've seen going to bat for her, who prior to like the last couple of weeks, that wasn't a thing. I think 2 weeks ago she started working on Cory, and now she got a good little Comerica group. So if America does want to take her shot at Cirie, she might not put up Izzy. Yeah. She might not. We know she wants Izzy out now, but Cory's been doing good work, to make sure that this doesn't happen. And so if Cory has any influence, then that's good for her. That might save her with America. So I appreciate what she's been doing. But it's got to be a 6. It can't get no better than that. We got to see. I'm going to need to see more from Izzy because she, just like Jared, is getting a lot of benefit from her mom being in the game.
Yeah. Chappell, let's talk about Mother. How do you feel about Mother Cirie?
What can I say about my mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mama.
That's my mama.
Chappell Fields.
That's my mama. Chappell Fields. Straight up, because man, I'm really sitting here like thinking like, man, this woman's amazing. Because this whole week I've been like dreading this day. I'm like, man, look at Jared just burning the house down. My God, my queen. She one veto away from being on the block. Oh my God, if he uses his veto, then Cameron gonna put her up. Lord, what we gonna do? She's gonna go out Cirie on the block. The stands gonna be coming after me. Like, you said Cirie was the queen. People dying. They praying on her downfall, y'all. They want her to be bad so bad. You know what I'm saying? They can't wait. The day that Cirie leaves this house, whether she wins or whatever, we got to hear it. If she don't win, we go, y'all said she was a legend. Y'all had said she came in with the biggest event. Y'all want that so bad, don't y'all? Well, guess what? She got out that goddamn kayak and she said, and this is why I've been getting 9s and 10s. This is exactly why. Watch me work. Now watch me work. Hey, she does she worked. She said, she came through. She said, clean that up. And I cleaned it up. Did you see all the dominoes start lining back up?
Period.
Felicia's going home this week. Why is Felicia going home, y'all? Cirie started to plant that seed last week. She said, oh no, Felicia been running her mouth too much. Oh, you want to alliance with my son and not me? You want to go to the final 2 with my son and not me? I've been talking too much? Okay, well, in case Cameron wins, what if we just made it to where Felicia would be the one to go home? And it worked. Her entire plan worked. Boom, flawless victory. The worst case scenario was Cameron would get HOH and then Felicia would go home. And look at us. Look at what we've done here. Look at the magic. Look, you know what I'm saying? She taking a hit this week, so I can't give her a 10. But that 9.5 is right there. And I know that's right. I sure am.
Right. I know that's
I sure am.
I know that's
the only way she could get that 10 is if she like literally jumped inside Jared's body and told him to chill. But since she can't, I got to give it to her. Because what else could she have done this week? Tied in the kayak with the person going home. I'm sorry.
Literally.
And nobody wavered on Izzy still being the one who needs to stay with America.
Not one bit.
No, America didn't waver. She was already thinking it. Like, her ducks was lined, and they was lined regardless, whether she was in the kayak or out of it. I'm gonna give her a 9 this time. I usually give her a 9.5. But Felicia going home, not the best, but she's still good. Lee.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point for weeks now, I've just been giving her from 8 to 9 and 8 to 9. I think because she's taking a shot this week, I'll just drop it to an 8. But at the same time, it's like even me, like the reason why I tweeted like, oh well, so we can go up so Izzy can go home, because like in my mind, like I don't even think about Cirie being affected by anything that happened in that game. When Cameron won, I knew Cirie wasn't going home. Like it's like when I'm rooting for like the structure to change or anything like that, it's not that I'm rooting for Cirie to go home, because I truthfully feel like whatever shift happens in that game, she is going to be able to just, clean that shit the fuck up. Like, and she keeps proving that. Like, even this week, you would think that this is probably one of her worst weeks, but it's like by the end of it, Jag is back in line. Blue has been in line the entire time. Matt as well. Cory is lined back up. Like everyone, I mean, Bowie still kind of have a relationship with at least her. Like I feel like after this, if like potentially in America wins, she want to be bold, or maybe if Bowie wins and if Bowie can get a win, maybe she goes up next to a Izzy or Cirie would be crazy. But she can also go up next to a Mimi at this point still, because she's still associated with them. And Cirie still stays. Like the power that she holds, like even if for a day you want to realize, oh, yeah, Cirie's running the game, maybe we should go after. It will be just for that day. The next day, after one conversation with any one of her children / minions, you'll be back on the correct page. Like there's not a place that you can go in this game that Cirie does not have her hands. And she, like I said, at this point, I'm going to wait to rate her low when the problem comes. I'm not about to sit up here and say, oh, Felicia's going home and this could affect her 10 weeks. I see Cirie sitting at the end of this game by her own power. So it's going to continue to be a high score regardless of what happens in this game. I don't care. She could be nominated right now, and she'd still probably be an 8 or 9 because she's not going home.
And what? Look at y'all. We sit here in a world where these black women just they let them in the game, and then they just
let us in.
They let them in the game, and now just left and right. From Davon was already the face of the show. She came in and became the face of the show, era. Right? And then now you got Tiffany, you got Taylor, you got Cirie, you still got Danielle Reyes, one of the the original queen.
Literally.
What you just get? Why so many? Y'all get that? I know that CBS was sitting at home like, dang. Right? CBS sitting at home like, dang. I know diversity, but at what cost? Because these black women is up here wrapping it up. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, I'm sorry.
Like
you shouldn't have put her in the house.
BBUS specifically, there's going to be a black woman in top 3 every year.
Oh, yes. Yep. And America's favorite house guest, a black woman every year.
In the contract, like might as well. And I love it so much because like the amount of think pieces from racists on Twitter that would just say, oh, black people clearly just aren't good at the game. Maybe if Davon didn't do this reason, this person, if Bailey didn't do this, if Candace didn't do this, if this person didn't do this, and literally after the rule, we have so many black winners. Like, I mean, if they haven't been white, they've been black. Like literally. So it's like I love that satisfaction that every single year
they will have to
you just gotta deal with it because they have been great at the game, and now you're gonna get shown every single year.
Every time. And I love it. We're here now. We made it.
I eat it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Before my final rating, I gotta change something. I'm gonna switch Jared and Blue. Because I was
you was wild for that in the first place. I'm not gonna
give him 3.5. I'm gonna give her the 3. And Miss Mecole,
no.
Mecole, say her name right if you're gonna bring her down.
Mecole.
Going to lose. She no, I'm playing, but she just gotta be a 4. I just can't. I can't. But if she's gonna be a 4, Matt gotta be a 4.5.
I feel you. I see all. I told you, like a little avalanche. You gotta.
If you're gonna be a 4.5, he's gonna be 5. Okay, I'm
done. Next time we'll be more prepared.
Final answer.
I feel like my 6 my 5.5 was reckless. I feel like that. Now look, I feel like I was excessive with my little 6 out there. Dang, like Chappell, you out here really just dragging them, huh? Yeah. What are you doing? Okay.
Y'all did all that and it didn't change not one thing. But anyways, period. This is the final answer.
The final order.
Interesting. I'm looking. I'm like, why does Cirie family not out there? It's because Jared's a flop. That's why. That's what it is. But it's cute or whatever. Jared's in the middle. It's interesting seeing where Jared's at because it's like honestly, Izzy and Cirie are genuinely good players, and with Jared, I just feel like he's okay.
So they dragging him along. Yeah,
it shows it for sure.
Jared would be higher. I think, like literally, specifically with this week, Jared was actively doing things to hurt.
Just bad.
Like socially, he was doing things that he really just should not have been doing for no reason at all. Exactly. And it's like I said, at some point, I gotta stop considering the position and just say, look, like you can't just do that and get away with it. Like I'm not gonna just give you a 5 or a 6 because you Cirie's son. Like
right. Absolutely.
Right, anything else anybody want to say? Chappell, thank you for coming, by the way.
Man, thank y'all for having me. I'll be like watching y'all and stuff like that. I got the little DM saying I could call. I was like, oh my God. Okay, don't act too eager. Don't respond right away. You think I think I got a conflict. Let me just make sure everything's okay. I was really like, okay, because you got the kingdom, you got to come correct. Okay. And so I'm very excited to be here. Thank y'all so much for having me. This has been a blast. Again, it felt like I have to take off my shoes and put my slides back on so I get ready to go. But this has been a great time. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, man. Thank y'all. Chappell, where can people find you?
I got some plugs for you. Okay, so me and Mari got a podcast called The Connect on Post Show Recaps. That's the whole name, The Connect on Post Show Recaps. And we talk about blackity black stuff. We be talking about black movies, black television shows. And so we started talking about Insecure way back when. We started talking about Atlanta. We did Snowfall. Go subscribe to postshowrecaps.com. Or go on, if you go on Apple Podcasts, do the Connect on Post Show Recap so you can get into these black television shows because we talking about them. We got rap shit coming this fall. We're talking about The Changeling on Apple TV. Mari and Asia are talking about the other black girl. It's a great time. So make sure you follow that. Catch me on Rob Has a Podcast talking about Below Deck with Sasha on Wednesdays. We go live on YouTube. Sharon Tharp will be our guest this week. And so if you subscribe to the RHAP Bravo feed, that'll pop up for you. Still talking about Netflix shows with Rob. Still talking about Suits with Rob. So, just go to robhasapodcast.com, type in Chappell in the search bar, and it'll pop up. It's in there. Yeah, and busy, okay? But yeah, and then follow me on Twitter at Chappell's_show. You'll see me talk about Big Brother. Say what's up. Don't be rude, because I'll block the hell out of you in a heartbeat. I won't even think twice, okay? Yeah, but thank y'all again. This has been amazing.
Thank you. Y'all go follow Chappell and follow us at T Reality Kingdom everywhere. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. And thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom. I know we out.
You're out.